You are now tuned in
to Respect the DJs podcast.
Welcome to Respect the DJ podcast. I'm your host, DJ Junebug, alongside DJ Khaled.
Let's go.
Today's guest. Oh, by the way, we're in New York City, ain't Khaled?
Yeah, we in
New York
We
City.
on location.
We're
Right
in New
now.
York City, matter of fact, and DJ Danny S and Triple Jet Studios. But
Facts.
getting back to our guest today, Brick City's own, no stranger to the rocking at any party, anywhere, from U.S. to the seas, overseas actually. He learned to perfect and master his craft while getting the opportunity to open up for Hot 97's own Cypher Sounds and Funkmaster Flex.
Don't get gassed.
He's responsible for some of the hottest mixtapes to hit the streets with the artists such as 50 Cent, Dipset, and D Block.
Yeah.
He's one of the 8 DJs across the country to be involved with the Hennessy Black DJ Mixmaster program. The one, the only, the Mr. Motherfucking Shake the Block himself, Bobby
Shake the
Trey.
Make a clap to this.
The block.
We made our own little drop because, you know.
I like that.
Shake the block. Yo, that's one of the
block.
hottest drops, yo.
Thank you.
Yes, it
man.
is.
That shit,
Appreciate
you
that.
feel that shit. You know what I mean? You feel like,
I'll be like shaking.
Yeah,
It'll be
you
hard to
ready.
shake.
That's funny that you say you feel it
yeah.
because I when I made it,
Mm-hmm.
I did it purposely
Okay.
for people to feel it.
Feel it.
Like I at the time I was very, very competitive with a lot of different DJs. So I'm like, I need something to smack them.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, so if you rock with me, you're gonna celebrate. If you don't rock with me, you're gonna feel it.
Feel it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
No, it's
Yeah, one
it's,
for two.
It's one of those drops that I'm ready to put on a champion hoodie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the big hood and go out on the block and shake the fucking
Shake the
block.
block,
Yeah,
boy.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
genius drop, though.
Yes,
You
it
know,
is.
Thank you.
appreciate
When I
it.
called them up, I said, yo, I need the the drop.
He's like,
nah, we don't hand those
we
out.
don't get that.
I was like, yeah, I wanted to say, yo,
He's like, yo.
I could take it myself.
You
but
could,
I,
you
but,
could,
but
you
out of
could.
respect, because you know what I'm saying, we respect
Yeah.
the DJs, you know.
Yeah, nah.
We had Khaled do it.
No,
like-
we actually like I get people that hit me up like, yo man, you know DJ such and such. Like, now who's that? He playing a drop. I'm like, where you
Oh,
at?
wow.
He's like, oh, it's some bar in some weird place. Boom, boom. I'm like,
Right.
what are you doing there? First of all,
Right.
and then like we normally send somebody out.
Right.
And then
Or
like,
take and shake
yeah.
that block.
So somebody send them out, or they do a FaceTime, and they be like, yo, you know him? I'm like, oh, what's up, man? He's like, yo, I'm sorry, my fault. Blah, blah,
Oh,
blah. I'm like,
wow.
no, it's cool, bro. I appreciate
Yeah,
you.
right,
know,
right.
But you know, we just try
You
to
can't.
keep
No,
that.
you gotta keep it to the family.
Yeah,
Keep it to the family. Yeah.
In other words, Junior, he was telling you,
We're not there
we
yet.
ain't earned it yet.
Yeah, we ain't earned it yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might need to Shake the Block podcast. You know what I'm saying? Family, you know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah,
Be under
man.
that
You know what I'm saying?
umbrella.
I'm doing another brother, you know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible. Or Hennessy possible.
Anything is possible.
Stuff like that.
Word, so we appreciate you coming out, spending some time with us. You know, I mean, you could be someplace else, but you're here with us today.
Appreciate you
So
guys having me, man.
yeah, we'll go ahead and get this kicked off. So how'd you get your DJ name?
Wow, that's a good story.
Did it start like with other names, or
Nah, so
can you put your mic closer?
yeah, so I'm gonna tell you the crazy shit. So when I started working, before I opened for Flex, I used to be an intern. I used to be on the street team
Okay,
at Franchise.
Okay.
What not at
Franchise
97,
Records?
Franchise.
Franchise Records. Yeah.
Right. And I had to fill out an application. So at first I didn't even know that it was real. I just saw like a flashing thing on his website. It said, you want to be in the music business. I was like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
So I called because I was bored, and I'm like, hey man, I want to be in the music business. And they were like, oh, you mean the internship?
What
I'm
year?
like,
What year was this?
Um,
I'm gonna show your age
I
right now.
can't even remember. Be honest, with you, I don't remember. I really don't remember the year. But yeah, I don't want to show my age either.
I think Franchise Records was like 90.
That wasn't that early, but it was definitely
98, I
early.
think?
But early 2000s.
It was like 99, 99, I thought it was. One day.
Yeah. So the person on the phone said, this is an internship opportunity. I said, oh shit. I said, all right, yeah, I want to do that. So I went up there, I had to fill out an application. But when I filled out my application, I put my government, Roberto.
Okay.
So I was Roberto in that office. And I never told anybody that I wanted to DJ. I just went to work and I just watched everything.
So
Right,
you
to learn.
weren't DJing yet.
Nah.
Okay.
I've been DJing since I was 10 years old.
Okay.
But I wasn't doing anything reputable,
Okay.
anything that was like impactful.
All right.
I was still doing like house parties and like college parties or
Right,
like
right.
a high school party.
Right,
so
right.
like that Sweet 16s,
Right, right.
whatever.
Quinceañera, stuff like that.
Right,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of that. So the street team, everybody called me Roberto.
Mhm.
And when it took me like 2 years to get, it was a year. I worked for Flex for a year. I got fired. This is all just to tell my name
Mhm.
because
No, we need
It's
the,
good,
we need
it's
the
good,
story.
we're
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
You got time. We got time.
Right, right,
So a year I worked for Flex. I got fired, and I met Cypher Sounds somewhere in between, and he was just like, "Oh, just come rock with me," because he didn't have anybody to help carry his crates. So I'm just
We
like,
all need those people.
right. So I'm like, "Nah, I got you." So I
Uh-huh.
carried his crates, and one day he said to me, "Say, you know, you don't have to carry my crates every day." I'm like, "What are you talking about? It's just me and you." He's like, "And you're not gonna carry the crates." And he was just like, "Just bring your friends.
Mhm.
Then you don't gotta carry them." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yes.
So I brought my friends around, and we're at a party. Doo-Wop is DJing. It's in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Cypher's opening, and one of my friends, everybody's drunk. One of my friends said, well, "Why don't you let Roberto DJ?" And he was just like, "You DJ?" I was
Oh, so he didn't
"Yeah."
know you DJ yet?
No, I didn't tell anybody. He was just like, I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You just tell me I need an opener." So I started opening.
Dope.
I started rocking with him for like a year. He then brought me back to Flex for an opportunity because he needed some days off, and he wanted me to fill in, answering the phones at the station and ordering the sandwiches.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, yeah.
Interning.
Right.
Yeah.
Flex still, at this point, Flex has never even spoken to me, still. And he realized that I was a hustler,
Okay.
and I helped him get his mixtapes out. So so then he offered me a job. No longer an intern, I'm in his office.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, I said, the only way I'll leave my current job, because I had a current job while I was interning,
Okay.
is if you match my pay. 2, I want to open up for you. And 3, I want to work here on the days that Cypher's not here, doing the same shit. I'm still Roberto. On the mixtapes, he would shout Roberto. Like, for the mix, if you want mixtapes, call Roberto. He handles business.
Right.
He would shout me in the radio, shout to Roberto handling business. Now, I'm opening for him without a DJ name. Because I still didn't have a DJ name.
And you opened for Cypher too, right? Before, right?
Yeah, but I
You
was
had a
just
DJ name, right?
I wasn't allowed to speak on the mic.
Right.
So I was just like, coming from Jersey, I played house music at one point, and you would just say your name. So it'd be like DJ Roberto Morales.
Right, right.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
like the house.
right.
DJ
that was the
names,
house
yeah,
DJ's name.
yeah.
So like there was no Bobby Trends yet.
Right.
But Trends comes from graffiti days because I used to write graffiti. So I wrote Trends 1.
Okay.
And in my neighborhood, they called me Little Bobby because Roberto,
Roberto,
Robert,
Robert, right,
Bobby,
right.
right? Because there was a big Bobby and I was
Lil Bobby. Yeah.
right? So as I'm opening for Flex, and Frank Jugga would be on the microphone,
Rest in peace.
and he'd just be like, "Rest in peace, Frank." He'd be like, "Bro," he's like, "You getting hot? You need a DJ name, Roberto." He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna start calling you Roberto Fantastic." And I'm
Going
just,
mad old school.
and I'm just like, Roberto
Where
Fantastic.
the
I'm
fuck that came
like,
from?
you can't do that, man. Are you crazy? And he was like, "Well, you gotta figure it out. It gets interesting." So Cypher's with me in my hood one day. He's in Newark, New Jersey. I forgot why he was in Newark with me. And we pick up one of my boys, and he was like, "Bobby," and he was just like, "Yo, you call you Bobby?" I'm just like, that's what they call me in my neighborhood. We go somewhere else, somebody else call me Trends, and he was just like, "Fuck is Trends?" I'm not. I used to write graffiti, man. So Trends. That's in this part of the neighborhood they call me Trends. Over here they call me Bobby.
Yeah.
And then my other friend will call me both.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, "Yo, Trends, Bobby, Trends,"
Right.
and he was just playing around.
Right,
And
right.
Cypher was like, "Yo, that should be a DJ name."
Bobby Trends. Wow.
Bobby Trends. I was like, that shit sucks. I was like, nah. I was like, Bobby Trends, you bugging. I'm like, oh, Bobby Trends, that's a whack ass name. And so at this time, I made friends like Mr. C, like DJ Premier.
Mm-hmm.
These were my friends. I asked Premier. He called me Roberto. Mr. C called me Roberto. I was like, what do you think about Bobby Trends? Premier was like, that's just fire. I was like, you think so? He's like, yeah. I said, I don't know. I asked Mr. C. Mr. C was like, man, my name sucks. He was just like, it's not the name, it's what you make of it.
Right.
So,
Right.
so that was the birth of Bobby Trends.
So once they gave the green light, both of them, he said, fuck,
But everybody was still calling me Roberto. They wasn't giving me the respect.
Oh.
It
And
was,
I
it
had
was
to-
already
I had-
habit though.
I had
That's
to
what it
earn,
was.
earn-
Yeah.
I had to earn the
earn it.
respect. So I got a Yankee fitted, and I got Bobby Trends embroidered on the back. I'm in the elevator at 97 Flex. It's like, Bobby Trends. Fuck is that? I'm like, that's my DJ name. He was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. I was like, so stop calling me Roberto on
Yeah,
air.
it's time to start calling me my alter ego.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So then he was still like on air. He was like, man, the mixtape is out. Call Roberto, handling business. And I'm just like, flex. He's like, I'm sorry, Bobby Trends. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was the beginning, man. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. That's a good. I mean, that's a
That's a great story.
great story. You know what I'm
Nobody,
saying?
people don't know that story.
Well, that's what's up. That's what we're looking for because it deserves to be heard.
Now
And
everybody's gonna be calling me Roberto.
Roberto.
They're gonna be calling me Little
Bobby.
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 They're gonna call me Roberto. Don't call me Roberto Fantastic. That's
Bobby the Builder.
Bob the Builder.
Roberto
oh my
Trends.
God.
Yeah, I mean,
all of that. I
they
get
got
all of
it.
that. Robert Trends. I
Robert
get all of
Trent,
those.
that's what's up,
crazy,
man.
man.
A great story, man.
Crazy.
Especially if you get co-signed by Premier.
Yeah,
and Mr. C.
that's
You know what I mean?
when I say it gets interesting. That's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
I mean, those are two legend.
Legends.
And I just
Legends.
met all of those guys while I was interning for
Interning.
Flex and then working for Flex and then also
Right.
being
Right.
around Cypher. I met all those guys and they just took to me.
So to go on off of that, all you young cats need to see the value in doing internships. You know what I mean? It's not you working for free, but think about the networking, the relationships, and what you're gonna build and what eventually you're gonna get out of that.
So
You know what I mean? So salute to you for putting in that groundwork and doing and starting from the bottom.
right.
You know what I mean? A lot of kids nowadays don't want to do that. They,
But it's crazy how like if you listen to what I just said, how like I ended up becoming an intern for Flex. It was really like it was guys calling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like I saw something flashing on the screen that said, if you want to be, I just.
Well, and why were you fired from Flex the first time?
we wasn't gonna let that go. We was letting you finish. You know what I'm saying?
I got into a physical altercation with the garage attendant,
Gosh,
and it didn't end up too good for him.
okay.
Okay.
So
He shook the block.
He shook. He
early
shaked
before,
up the block.
before the block was shaking.
He shook the block.
Crazy.
That's what's up. So, you said you was already DJing. So, did you have a mentor, or what made you want to start DJing?
I wanted to start DJing because my sister, who's 3 years older than me, she had just graduated 8th grade, and she asked my mom if she could throw a house party, and she knew that I was already in love with music, so she wanted me to help pick the music, pick the records.
playlist.
Records,
Okay.
playlist.
Right, so vinyl. So we went to the store. I picked like 4 or 5 records, and we had like this record player, with the 2 cassette decks and the receiver. And everybody, like there was like 7 people, 8 people there, and they were just like, "Man, you gonna keep playing the same 5 records over?" It was like dirty version, clean version, edit, acapella, instrumental, flip it over, remix, but
Dub.
it was bad.
Taking up time. Yeah.
Right. And then it started to get a little crowded, and this kid walks in from up the street. His name was Bass. He was the DJ,
The neighborhood.
like from the block, I guess.
Right, block, the neighborhood.
Right. And he was just like this. He was like this fly dude. He always dressed, dressed fly. Like he was just like one of them guys. He walked down the street, just walked a certain way, jewelry, the kicks, everything.
Had the swag.
Yeah, swag.
Yeah.
Always had a shape up. And he comes in and he's like, "Where's the DJ at?" And he was like, "No DJ." He was like, "Man, I'll be right back." So he brought this 15-inch woofer, just like the gray.
Great carpet.
The
great
Gemini
carpet.
joint. The
So,
Gemini
yeah.
joint.
Yeah.
Gemini
Great
joint.
carpet, black front.
The tweeters and all that shit.
Connected the tape deck and put his mixtapes on. And everybody and it was like graffiti all on the mixtape. It was fire. And everybody just started dancing. It was one of those parties where the walls were sweating.
Okay. Dope.
And him and his boys were sitting there like this.
Yeah, I
the
did
whole
that.
time.
I did that.
Right?
Yeah.
And my sister's friends were all on them.
The
I'm sitting-
groupies.
So I'm sitting there. I'm this little boy. I'm just like,
I want that.
I want that. It was just like
So do you want the girls being to the DJs that you send back?
It was the
So what we call-
combination.
It was a
combination
mixture.
mixture.
It was a
I was like,
mixture.
I love
the music. You love music.
I was like, I love
And
music.
you love females. So
and
you
if
love
I
the
could
group.
play music and
You get that reaction for females.
yeah, come on.
Yeah.
I was
It's a win-win-win.
Yeah, I was
Like that commercial.
Check.
Win-win-win-win.
Check.
I was a nasty little 10-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, shit.
Let me find out you was a little kid on see your age on this right here. You had the box with the knob, the Cablevision box, and you would put it on channel J.
No, I didn't have that one.
Yeah,
I had the thing where you had to hold the buttons together if you wanted to watch the Playboy channel. You press all three.
Special code.
Yeah,
There's special code.
for those that may know and don't know, Channel J used to play the Robin Bird show, right? And it used to be staticky. Yeah.
Yeah,
It used to
What's
be
the Robin
static.
Bird
You gotta
show?
put it
I
in
don't know
between.
Robin
Yo,
Bird
to
look
get
that
the-
up. Look that up. Robin Bird show. She was on.
Man.
It was on Cablevision before Spectrum and all that shit. And you had the knob with the A to Z and Channel J, and the shit would be squiggly. You might get a shot of a titty. You know what I mean? Every like couple seconds, but
That'd be in between the channels.
you
to
know
get
what I
it,
mean? But it'll be, you know what I mean, like squiggly because we didn't have the subscription to the channel, but it still wasn't completely blocked out.
Yeah, have a titty.
My bad, y'all. Show them out. Show
Showing
my
you a
age
titty guy.
and
look
showing my
crazy.
pervertedness.
That look crazy.
That's what's up, yo. I know you had that channel. Don't be trying to front about it.
Nah, I'm not
No,
trying to
he
say,
said
man.
he had the code buttons.
Yeah, he was like Morse coding and shit. Like
It's some other shit.
He was mixing some shit.
Nah, I remote.
he was transforming. He was practicing transforming.
I remote definitely had a wire.
Boy.
Yeah, that's some old shit.
Do you remember what year you became an official pit bull?
I could try to figure it out.
Or how do we get there?
How do we get there? Okay. So at the time, the pit bulls, we had, it was Frank Jugger, it was Big Cap, it was Cypher Sounds.
Rest in peace, Big Cut.
Rest in peace, Big Cap, and Frank. Wow.
Yeah, Frank.
Of course, Flex. I think DJ Scratch, and the DJ Twins,
Okay.
which was Redman's DJs.
Mhm.
And when I started working in Flex's office, as like I was bringing money in,
Okay.
you know, like he valued that, so we became close. And he would come to me and ask me, like, who do you think should be the next Pit Bulls? And I'm sitting there like, me?
Like, hey, guy, I'm right here.
I'm like, you know,
Lil Bobby, I'm here.
I'm like, damn, like what? Like, why is he asking
Right.
me who?
Should be next.
So, so like that's when we put guys like Khaled on. We put a couple guys on.
Nasty, your Nasty. There was a pit bull
Nasty.
from Orlando.
Yeah.
Nasty. That was all around the same time.
Yeah, I think that happened at, was it Nasty or Khaled? I think because I remember at Make Show Power Summit in Puerto Rico, I saw Nasty and Khaled. It might have been speaking with you maybe, but they were talking about it at that time.
Yeah. So I mean, I got so much stories about how all that shit happened.
Yeah.
But finally, it was just like I was going hard, man. Like I was already headlining my own parties,
Right.
Like you know,
And
just
still
like,
open up for Flex.
Yeah, like it was just like open flex, and I I was killing.
Putting in work,
You
yeah.
know, and it was around the time. So the mixtapes ended, and the car show started,
Okay.
and I went from mixtapes to now I got to run the car shows.
Right.
So the car shows happened, and damn, I'm losing track of.
And the mixtapes was kind of they were dope.
Oh no, so here we
Larry
go.
the Tunnel, stuff like that. Those.
Yeah.
So
Missions.
he wanted to put more DJs on, and he knew that I was going hard, and he was just like the music business was in a weird place at the time.
Right.
Like record companies were closing, they were
Right.
merging. It
That's
was a
when
lot going
the
on.
MP3s and all that stuff
Right.
started taking over, yeah.
And he said it's gonna get worse. He was like, "Yo, man, let's just do this car show shit." I was like, "Flex, you trying to lead a DJ game?" He was like, "Eventually, man, I want to ride off in the fucking sunset."
Right.
He was like, he said, "I want you to be CEO of the company." And I was just like, "Flex, that's not why I sacrificed everything. I sacrificed to be in the automotive business. I just know about cars because I used to steal them. I'm from Newark, New Jersey.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
so I just, he was like, "So this DJ thing is like what you really want to do?" I said, "Yeah." He was like, "Okay." He's like, "I wanted to know if you want to be a pit bull." I was just like,
About time.
I was
Fuck.
like, come on. I was like, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, "I understand what it is to want to do what you want to do." He was like, "I already been, like, I've had the Tunnel nightclub. I've had
Right.
gold albums. I had a
Right.
platinum album. I had mixtapes.
Right.
Biggie said my name in the song.
Right.
I'm in this video, that video. I'm in,
Yeah.
all this shit. Like, I already did it."
Yeah.
He was just like, "So I understand." He's like, "I'm not going to stop you from doing what you want to do." So welcome to the team. I was like, fire. He put me, Bobby Connor's job, and Jazzy Joyce on at the same time.
Dope.
Dope,
You used to have a show on Hot 97, and I wasn't living here no more. I was living, in Orlando. I used to come out here. All my brothers used to send me tapes, and you, Cass One, and Big Ben had a show together.
Big show.
Yo,
Fire.
and you had
Fire show.
we talked about the Big Ben a couple of days ago.
Big Bun.
Big
Yeah,
Ben.
Big Ben. Yeah, last night.
I just said Big Bun.
No, Big Ben.
Big Bun.
Big Ben last night. He said you
That's
had
right,
what do you
right.
call the big girl
Big
check-in or
Girl
something?
Chicken.
Yeah, the
Talk
Big
to us
Girl
about
Chicken
that,
was
yeah.
fire. That shit was fire.
I want to hear your side of that.
Yeah, I don't even know why we started that. It was crazy. I'm just like, man, we gotta do something different. We was always just trying to come up with, with a
Right.
theme or whatever. And I was like, man, nobody show the big girls love, man. Like we should do like a big girl.
You
check.
used that record too. With the
Oh,
big
watch
girls.
out for the
with
big girls.
Watch out for the big girls.
Watch out for the big girl.
I think it was. I probably played the record and was just like, "Hey, man. Matter of fact,
Let's do a
big
segment.
girls, call up." Like just because we was always just freestyling
Right.
things, and then it just turned into something. So they would. I'd be like, "Hot 97. It's the big girl check-in. What's your weight? Where you from? What's your name?" And they be like, "I'm 325 pounds. My name is Kim." And it's all in my belly and in my ass. And we be like, oh, shit. But we caught a lot of flack off of that because people would like hit us up too. It's like, yo, why y'all making fun of these big girls?
girls.
I was like, we're not.
They make fun of
Showing them
themselves,
love,
right?
yeah.
Showing them
I said,
love.
we showing them love, B. Like we also did a White Castle check-in. Like cause people go to White Castle like late night. And it's like, yo, what White Castle you at?
That'd be us.
And they would hit us
That'd
up.
be us.
Exactly. I know every White Castle in the tri-state area.
They just
I know
finally
all them
opened one up in
shits.
Orlando
Yeah, I heard.
for the
I heard.
first time.
My brother lives in Tampa, so he
Tampa,
drove
okay.
to Orlando
Oh,
to get
wow.
White Castle. That's crazy.
It's not far from our house, luckily. So
That's
Go to the
crazy.
club and
we
oh
wind
shit,
up
it's White
there.
Castle now. So we go to White Castle.
That's where we have our meetings at.
Yeah,
At
White
White
Castle.
Castle, really?
Yo, you don't understand. We used to have this shit called Crystals.
Crystals.
Okay, so I've been there since '93, and it was called Crystals.
Yeah.
Same size burger, and nasty as fuck.
Yeah, it just didn't.
You had to
it just
tell
didn't
them
hit.
light on the sauce, no fucking mustard, to get it close enough to a White Castle.
That's crazy.
Yes, you could buy it at the grocery store. The box ain't the same. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to J1s. You know J1s?
J1s.
DJ J1s. That sounds
No,
familiar.
not
yeah.
DJ. Just J1s. He was running with Khaled for a while. He was his road manager.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't
okay.
know J1.
Yeah, J1's my brother, man. He for some reason because he lives in Miami. Whenever I go out there, he's like, "Yo, man,
We're in White Castle.
remember the White Castle check-in?" I'm like, "Damn, why you still like crazy?"
So
man.
we finally got one after freaking 30 years later.
That's nuts.
So
Yeah,
we do the White Castle runs.
we do it. Yeah,
For our
we do
meetings.
runs. Yeah, facts.
They got Impossible burgers. I'm a vegan now, so
Okay.
So I still go to White Castle to get my Impossible.
What made you
burger.
change to that?
Oh man,
Life?
I always wanted to do it. And then I got sick, and it just everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. Fat Man
Right.
Scoop called me, and he was like, "Yo, I heard you in the hospital." He was just like, "I'm gonna put you with this guy,"
Mhm.
and the guy ended up being a guy that used to cook for Dr. Sebi.
Dope.
That is the guy that's the alkaline.
Yep. Rest in peace to Dr.
Peace to Dr.
Sebi.
Sebi.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
So I was just on the phone with him today. I speak to him. It's been 2 years, and I speak to him at least once a week. Still,
wow.
he's like my homie now. Like, so he showed me how to do it the right way. Cause I always wanted to do it, but I was like, man, I don't want to do it the wrong way. I want to do it the right way. So
Right.
he showed me the right way to do it, and it's been nonstop.
That's good. That's good.
Gives me a lot of energy. Gives me clarity.
Clarity.
Like a lot has changed since then. So
That's good. That's good. Good
love
for you,
it.
man. Good for you,
I
man.
love it. Thank you, man.
Being on both sides of the table,
Mhm.
which is more important, the DJ or the promoter?
What's more important?
Mhm.
Man. I mean, I'm a DJ and a promoter, so
Right, so
you
it's
know,
both
like
sides
I
of the
feel
table,
like I feel like the DJ can. It's easier for the DJ to learn how to promote than the promoter to learn how to DJ, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Because we also see now a lot of promoters trying to become DJs.
Right.
You know.
and they do, some do. Well, when you say important, so now,
Right. So
Important to the nightlife.
night night,
no, I think they're equal.
equal.
I think they're equal, because I mean, everybody has to have a job.
Right.
You know, like, the bottle girl's important too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially now, like back in the day, it was the promoter just promoted, and now the DJ has to promote also,
Also.
Yeah.
and the bottle girl got to promote.
Yep.
So we all have become promoters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Not the same check, but everybody becomes a
yeah,
promoter.
I think for nightlife, I think I think it's equal.
Equally
Equal.
important.
Yeah, I think it's equally important.
So being with with DJ crews and stuff like that, what made you decide to start the Shake the Block crew?
So before it was a DJ team, it was already a crew.
Okay.
It was just like a bunch of dudes that
In Newark.
not
Not
even.
Newark, just a bunch of dudes. Okay.
Nah, it was mostly guys from the Bronx and East New York.
Okay.
You know, it was just like a bunch of my guys, man. I have family in all the boroughs as well, so
Okay.
so that's how I
That helped out.
You know,
Shake the
yeah.
blocks, different blocks.
yeah, man. And eventually, a DJ made it to the team. His name is Mikey Hex from Uptown, from Harlem, 145th. And when I put him on the team, I said, I'm not putting you on as a DJ. I'm putting you on as family. Like, a DJ team can't be just me and you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
so, and he was still like very, very, very like up and coming. Like, he told me later that he was about to quit. He told me like 2 years later, I was about to quit. You actually got me to stay in the game and work. So I did that, and then around that time, downtown Manhattan parties were suffering, and I decided to go uptown. At one point in New York City, like history of like nightlife, if you were a DJ that DJ'd in the boroughs, it was frowned upon.
Right.
It was just like you got to be in Manhattan, like downtown DJ.
To be it. Yeah.
Right. But if you DJ anywhere else, then you were just like a local DJ, right? And when downtown got messed up, then all of the boroughs started to rock, but uptown had it. So now I'm meeting DJs from uptown, and I just took a liking to them. The next one was DJ Hova, and it was DJ Cass, Scooby Doo Pop Pop, and Big Reef from Brooklyn. And Big Reef was just somebody I'd known for a long time, and I was just like, come on in. I met Hova, I loved his style. Cass, I always knew he was gonna be a star,
Right.
and it just happened organically. And I even said to them, this is not a DJ team.
Right. It's family.
Now it's like 5 DJs, but it's 200 members, because the other members are really like, it's like people that just were very passionate about what they do. So I had tattoo artists, graffiti artists, I had BMX guys, I had skateboarders, I had motorcycle stunt guys, and goons.
Yeah.
So that was like kind of like, it was just people that supported each other and that we just rocked with each other.
Dope.
So then during the pandemic, during the quarantine, I had a lot of time to think, just like everybody else. And I started to pay attention to DJs that were still, I saw DJs falling apart. And then I saw DJs actually
Took
stepping
advantage
up.
of it. Right. Took advantage of the
Right.
lockdown.
And it was inspiring to me. And because I saw the hunger, and it made me feel like when I first started, how hungry I was.
Yeah.
Because when I first started with Flex, I was broke, and I functioned. You know what I'm saying? Like I figured
Made
it
it
out.
happen.
So I'm watching these guys, like work hard, and I'm like, man, I think I'm gonna make this a real team. The reason why I never wanted to make a team in the beginning, because I knew that it would be a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, for myself, man, I still got a lot I want to do for myself.
Yeah.
So like, how do I do this? But I had time to think, and I put it together. So I grabbed the next group, and now we're here.
And how many members
And-
are now?
It's 18.
18 members?
Yeah, 18. And we and it's just it's still growing,
Right.
like and it's I put my Miami guys on next. During the quarantine I actually thought about putting on members from other states, other markets.
Yeah.
So I had like my list of guys.
Right.
And I was doing my research, so I literally like just been watching DJs for like a year, 2 years.
Dope.
And
Real great.
and then I kind of like started to like hit them up in the DM first, see if they were even following me. Some of them
Right.
were, some of them weren't,
Right.
and start a relationship. And then eventually it was just like, yo, what's up?
Right.
'Cause I don't like just putting people on. Like I feel like I need to like get to know you.
Yeah,
and,
build a
like,
relationship.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
want to know what kind of person you are. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, yeah. So and it is not about being like the best DJ, the biggest DJ. It's about being hungry, and I can tell that that there's room for growth. That you care, that you love it, that you're passionate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what Shake the Block is about. It's about being passionate. It's about going above and beyond. It's about, you know what I'm saying, leaving an impression. You know what I'm saying?
I know Flex is your brother.
Yeah.
He wears the Shake the Block
The
all the
chain.
time.
Yeah,
the
man,
chains
he
that-
reps so
that's-
hard.
I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
He's the official member too. Then.
Yeah. No, he's one of the 18.
He's 118. Okay.
Yeah, one of the 18.
See, I never knew that. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know he was.
I knew. Like I said,
I know he
knew,
repped it
I
and
knew you and him
supported
had exactly
Right.
right. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I never inducted him.
No. Okay.
It was just like, hey
like, I'm
man,
down.
all
Yeah,
right, let's do
right.
it. He was like, I want a chain.
right.
I was like,
Okay.
all right, let's do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna tell you a good story in the beginning. So like when I first came up with Shake the Block, I first used to just say it. I have a 17-year-old intern that said it to me. He was just like, yo, I listened to you on the radio last night. You was shaking the block. I was like, what'd you say?
What? It resonated.
And I was like, man, because when I got to Hot 97, I was already rocking in the clubs. But when I got to Hot 97, I felt like the smallest DJ in the world again
right,
because you had Clue, you had Envy, you had Green Lantern, you had Nuff, C, Flex, Slay, Who Kid,
Camilo.
Yeah. I'm just like, damn, it was a lot. So how am I gonna stand out? And it was Bobby Condas, who everybody always confused me with.
Right.
Because we were both on Sundays, and it was like Bobby Chunks, Bobby Condas, and I'm like, how am I gonna stand out? And then when my young boy said that, I was just like, man, I'm gonna start saying that this Friday, and I was like, man, I'm shaking the block. I want to know what blocks I'm shaking. Call me up 1-800-223-9797,
Dope.
and they started calling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like,
Perfect marketing. It's just
Yeah, it was.
but then I
He was paying
realized,
attention. He was paying attention, right?
I realized that it was for the people.
Right.
That's why it's impactful. If you really think about it, it's not about me. It's bigger than me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when I saw those phone lines light up, I'm like, damn. When I'm walking down the street, and people are like, yo, Bobby Trent, shake the block. Yo, I'm from Tremont Ave. Why would you? I didn't even ask you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
They want to be
They
heard.
pay attention. They
though.
want to be
you know
heard.
what I'm saying? So like, I just knew it was big.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, man, I need to make a drop. And I knew what I wanted to sound like. I wanted to hit hard. Like I wanted to impact. I wanted people to feel it. And we were saying behind the scenes, I'm gonna say it again, but you know, like I wanted the competitors to feel it in their chest. Like on some, damn, he ain't going nowhere, man. Like he's here. We've been trying to get him, man. Like we can't get rid of this guy. This shit just smacked me. And for the people that my supporters, they're like clapping their hands. They're like, wow, like, you know, on some hero shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, that's just, man. I love what has become.
Right. And besides Shake the Block, are you on another DJ crew? So I know Flex has a crew.
The
too,
digital
right?
DJ.
The digital,
yes, sir.
okay. That's
Digital.
well, that's his third
Oh,
group or
I'm
his
sorry.
second.
1 second. I forgot to tell you the most important part of the story. My ADD kicked in. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
So now I got the drop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing the drop on the radio, and it's my voice.
Mm-hmm.
Flex. He did something. He's going crazy on a Monday night. I'm in the barbershop on the Tuesday, and they're like, yo, Flex, he's shouting you out. He said you're going to be on his show Friday. I'm like, what? I don't know what he's talking about.
I didn't even know.
So I called him. I said, Flex, what's going on? He was like, you ready for Friday? We're going to shake the block. I was just like, what? He was like, he said, man, I was talking mad shit yesterday. You going to handle my light work, man, on DJs. All these, man, I don't even need to, you know what I'm saying? You do that. I'm like, all right, bet. So I came on Friday, and as I'm driving in, I hear him hitting the drop. I'm just like, yo, Flex hitting the drop. This is crazy. And I walk in, he was like, do you know what this is? I was like, that's big. He was like, nah, I don't think you understand how big this is. He was like, you remember the Flex Bomb? I'm like, you still play the Flex Bomb? He's like, you know how impactful it was in the beginning? I'm like, yeah. He was like, after that, the biggest drop after that was Cypher, don't get gas.
Don't get gas, yeah.
And I was like, it's true, because when I would walk with Cypher, people would yell, Cypher, don't get gas. And we just sitting there laughing. He was like, I feel like every 10 years or 7 years, like a big drop comes.
But he has another big drop too. The Hot with Stern drop.
Yeah, but those are more like radio station,
beds,
like
fillers.
beds,
Yeah.
sweepers,
Sweepers,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, so Flex said to me, "Can I have the drop?" I was like, "No."
Damn, you told Flex
So
though.
I'm glad.
said,
I'm not the only
we don't
one.
feel bad
I
now.
don't feel bad
No,
now.
we don't feel bad.
See, now you don't feel
I don't
bad.
feel bad.
I said,
Flex
Flex.
said, no,
got
I gotta
we
know
got no-
too. We equal.
We good. We good. We still family. We
I
good.
said, Flex, you can have that drop, man. He was just like, come on, man, it's me. And I'm just like, Flex, no, I know what this means. I'm on the radio once a week. You're on the radio 6 days a week. You're gonna own it.
Own this shit.
And I'm like, let me rock, man. I was like, I need this. He was just like, all right. You know.
So how did he get the block? I mean, how did he get the drop though?
So years later,
No. But I'm talking about doing that when you was driving to the station. You said you heard the
because
drop.
it was in the system, in the radio station
so
system.
so you deleted it, I guess, afterwards that meeting.
No. People just knew not to.
He still
'cause
needs it, you know
Everybody
what I
got
mean?
their.
No. I'm saying, but like example, Flex was playing it right
Yeah,
before
yeah.
he got there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We know back in the days, people used to steal shit from the studio all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing. It's just like in the studio is pretty, like, security's crazy at Hot 97, first of all. Like, you got to get a background check to go up there and everything. It's kind of crazy. So everybody got their DJ bank in the computer.
Okay.
And it was just like it was the respect. Like, you don't
don't
like,
go to
I'm
You
not
don't go
gonna
to your
to-
bank. Okay.
I'm not going to drop a flex bomb.
Right.
I'm not going to hit a cypher, don't get gas. I'm not going to hit a heavy hitter
Right.
drop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was very, like, we all kind of, it was like an
Respectful.
Right.
unspoken law.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so he just.
So
hit
how did he
his
get
job.
So how did he get it to play before you got there?
He went to his bank.
He went to
your
my bank.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The studio shit.
Flex was like, "Where's that shit at? I know that shit is in here."
But around that time too, if I filled in for Flex,
Uh-huh.
I'd be like,
Drop the bomb.
Flex, I'm gonna borrow your bomb. Because it's your show, but I want to do it on my own show.
No, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I couldn't wait to fill in for Flex. I'm like, man.
Dropping that shit.
I'm like, shake the block, shake the block, boom, all together. It's like a nuclear war, like together. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Shaking the
yeah.
world.
Yeah, but then like, eventually he was just like, man, like, yo, man, like the logo came later,
Right.
and because shout to Siraj as Takeover Sneaker Store. Now it's something else. It's Sneaker Room, I think it's called.
Okay.
So influential sneaker store in Jersey. He's from Jersey City, matter of fact.
I might know him.
Yeah, you might know him. So,
I'm not a big sneakerhead, so I might not know him.
okay.
Sorry that.
So I went to his store and he had a New Era hat that said Takeover, and it was a New Era hat. I'm
One
like,
of Bayonne, a Burger Line.
he was
Right.
over there.
Yeah, I've been there before.
But now at the time he was in Montclair.
Montclair, okay.
I lived closer to there. So he was just like, I was like, yo, how'd you get that New Era hat with your logo? He was like, oh, some custom shit. He was like, oh, you want to do a Bobby Trent's hat? I'm like, no.
Nope.
I want to do a Shake the Block hat. And he was just like, you should do Bobby Trent's hat. I'm like, no.
I don't want that.
I'm like, I want people to wear my hat.
Right.
So like, I'm gonna make it like on some fashion shit.
Right.
So he was like, you got a logo? I was like, nah. I was like, damn, I want that shit to look like what it sounds like.
Right.
So if you look at it, you hear it.
Yeah.
And when you hear it, you see
You
it.
just got the
Right.
big words, the shake, the
Right.
block big, and then the small words.
But
in
you
between.
feel me? Like
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
it's marketed
Yeah,
is
yeah.
just like
Yeah.
it's
So-
strong.
Strong. It's simple.
Yeah.
Not too much,
Too much
detail.
going on. Yeah.
So what's going on? But it stands out.
It's bold.
Right. Bold. Right.
Best way you can do it. It's bold.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we went simple with the logo and stuff
right,
like that.
Yeah.
It's
That's
the logo.
beautiful. I love that.
Thanks,
That's why the
appreciate
first
it,
thing
man.
I said,
Thank
I'm
you.
like, man, that logo's fire.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Um,
I'm having fun, man. I like this.
thank
Yeah,
you.
no,
We-
that's
no,
what it's about.
we having fun.
Yeah.
Somebody
that.
said to me the other day that I need to tell my story.
No, here it is.
I forgot who it was. Somebody said like, "Damn, man, you gone through a lot. You've been through a lot, and you've done a lot. Like somebody need to hear your story,
Right.
Because it's like people hear the name Bobby Trends and they know Shake the Block,
Right.
they know Flex, and they know all the DJs.
Right.
But like, how the fuck did you get here?
Yeah. Sometimes
Right.
people
You know what I'm
think.
saying?
Sometimes people think you just showed up.
Yeah, you showed up.
Yeah.
Hey, it's me. Bobby
He didn't
Trends.
come. I just showed
I'm
up.
shaking the
Yeah.
block
I'm here.
now.
Everybody got a story, man.
Yeah.
Everybody got their
And everybody
pain.
put in work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the
You
most
said the word
important
too,
thing.
the pain.
The pain.
There's
the
a lot of pain
A lot
into
of
this
pain.
DJ
Yeah.
thing.
Lot of-
the late nights,
Word.
the
Late
different
nights.
ladies, the
Yeah,
different
baby mamas.
dramas. Or every,
Yeah.
We know.
We
We got
know.
three. I got three. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
we got a
God.
team right now.
I got two. I got two.
Hey, so you part of this
You was there.
statistic?
You was there.
Yo, catch up. What you waiting on?
'Cause
Yeah.
I'm done.
And I met both my baby mamas in the club.
Hey, we'll get to that later on. All right, so you rejected Flex, and then after
Damn, why you say it like that?
Wait, Flex and June Bugs are good.
that, right, Flex and
I
G-Bug,
feel equal to
good.
Flex now.
Right, facts. But it's all about what you. It's not what you say, it's how you say.
No,
it.
how you say it, right?
So I
right.
mean, so he gave you like, nah, I don't.
But
get
you know what I
that.
respect though? So before I called you, I forgot Five Venom was actually in California already. So the time changer already. So before I hit you, because we were trying to get everything ready for the trip,
Yeah.
so I hit a 5. I'm still waiting for a phone call back.
Well, he's in Rolling Loud right now. He's in Rolling
but
Loud.
that's the reason why I excused him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it shows you as well, though. I know he's busy
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, but the team knows, the family knows. You just don't give it out, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for the damn text. I'm waiting for the damn text and say, "Yo, what's good?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Because Rolling Loud finishes what, Sunday?
Finishes Sunday,
Sunday,
but
right.
you know he's doing a lot
No,
of
it's
after
fine.
parties and
It's
stuff
fine.
like
You know,
that. Yeah,
I give it to like 2 more weeks. I give
yeah.
it to
No, because now they rolling.
no, rolling shit.
They literally rolling.
He gonna hit me back
Rolling
up.
loud.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to
That's
Five
how-
Venoms, man.
Exactly.
So, how did the hosting gigs come about for you, like with ESPN and Spike TV?
Oh wow! So that was actually during the automotive thing that we was doing. So the car show started, and the car show turned into a tour, and then just Flex, man. He's a beast, man. He was just like, man, I'm trying to get paid. So like, you know, it turned into, so he started getting sponsors for the tour.
Okay.
And then it was just like Nick Cannon called him. Nick Cannon called him and said,
Talk about baby mamas, huh?
Talking about-
damn, no, he's the king.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon called him and said, you know, remember Nick Cannon was at Nickelodeon at the time.
Yeah.
So Nick was like, hey man, the president, I think it was the president of Nickelodeon was leaving to go to, there was a network called the Nashville Network,
Yes.
TNN.
Yes.
And he said that he's gonna turn it into Spike TV.
Dope.
It's a men's network, and they want to do an auto block. So that started, and because I was Flex's right hand with everything, I became a consultant for those shows.
Dope.
It came up like in the credits at the end and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
So it was Spike TV, it was MTV2.
That's when he used to do the show at the car
ESPN.
garage.
Car garage.
Yep.
Okay. And they would remodel cars and stuff like that. Yeah. Dope.
Part of the journey.
Part of the journey, no facts.
Yeah, man.
So are there any artists you've been blessed to go on tour with and DJ for?
Yeah. The first was Jim Jones.
Mm-hmm.
That was before I was on the radio.
Okay.
Also, Busta Rhymes.
Dope.
That's you saw Buster not too long ago in Tampa. And I seen him. I've been seeing him like
Every time.
every
man.
time he comes
Yeah.
out that way. That energy.
Yeah. I learned a lot, and I was it was only a couple shows. I wasn't on long for anybody. I was on with Little Kim also, late. So Cypher used to be on the road with Little Kim, and that's how I got cool with her.
Okay.
And she was the last person actually I went on. No, second. Buster was the last, but three very different artists.
Right.
You know, people don't understand how important that DJ is on that tour, man.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I give it up to Green Lantern. Does that the Nas?
The Nas joint, yeah.
yeah.
Evil genius.
Like
The way he puts it together is just like it's like a mixtape, but
well, you know,
a live
he's
mixtape.
always
you know.
been that creative.
He always
dude.
been creative, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Like-
it's a perfect mix for him.
no disrespect to the Locks. I love the Locks, right? But Dipset wouldn't have lost as bad if they had somebody behind them turntables.
Yeah,
that made sense.
you're right.
Because Technician,
Right.
He ran the show.
He ran the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
it was like
He played the right records.
Technician and D Block beat Dipset.
Right.
You know what I'm
it was
saying?
right.
Like,
Yeah.
right.
It was a
was a
team,
four-man crew.
Yeah.
And
They had a
I-
cheat code.
I was watching it. I'm just like, damn, man. I'm just like, because I remember when I DJ'd for Jim
Mm-hmm.
and how unorganized all the shows were. Because they be like, Trends, play something. I'm like, all
All
right.
right.
Yeah.
It work.
So then that was my first time ever touring with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, man, I was like, psst, I love DJing, so it was easy for me.
Right.
And they were so hot at the time,
Right.
and I already had my Dipset set for the
Okay,
club, so I
okay.
basically did my Dipset
set.
set
Without Jim's vocal.
on stage, and then he was just like, all right, and it just turned into like,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? But after I left, I don't know what happened,
Right.
and they just, you know what I'm saying? Like, Busta Rhymes, a whole different animal, because he was just like, Bobby Trends, I need rehearsal.
And that's the reason why his mic is always on point.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Buster's mic's always on point, no matter where he goes, because he makes sure he said right now the word rehearsal.
Rehearsal.
See?
He called me. He was, matter of fact, this is when A-Rap Money was out.
Okay.
I broke that record in this club. Me, Cass One Big Ben, that was 3 the Hard Way Times. We was at Susie Wong's, and I remember I played the hook of A-Rap Money. right? This is when Barack Obama was getting
Elected.
he was what's the word now?
Re-elected?
The campaign was going on.
No. He just
He got bought into the
all
Inauguration.
our inauguration because Busta Rhymes kept saying, in 24 hours we're gonna have a black president. 24 hours we're gonna have a black president. He kept saying it, and then I'm like, dun 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 dun.
Right.
Hey, rap money.
Right.
Doom, doom, doom.
Right.
And so I would go like from every big song and then do A-Rap Money hook
Money.
in the middle,
Right.
like as a transition.
Right.
Okay.
And nobody ever heard the record before. So people were going crazy. So he was just like, I need you on tour. I was like, let's do it. And Scratchator, I know he's been his long time DJ,
Yep,
but
yep.
I'm not sure what was going on. None of my business, but
Right.
at the time there was a
Crossover.
hiatus.
Right.
So he was just, I didn't even ask because Busta Rhymes is the type of person, he's just like, you know, he probably would have told me mind my business.
your business.
Yeah.
So I was just like, this is business. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I would love to go on tour with you. So
Yeah.
so he was like, we're going to Vegas in 2 days. I'm like, damn. He was like, but we got to rehearse tomorrow. I said, all right, I need my show to be like this.
Right.
So we rehearsed, and he's very like that. His show was like, you have to be on beat to how he moves. So like, it's not that he has to
right.
be moved to your
Yeah,
to
to
your music. You gotta play to his movement.
So you're literally DJing because you have to pay attention to what's going
Right,
on
I
with
know.
him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Really, and actually both of them, because they both feed
to
from each
Spliff,
other.
yeah,
Right.
Spliff too.
Right.
Exactly.
Spliff too, yeah.
Right.
It was amazing, but like I remember I actually messed up on the first show, and it's this thing where he jumps, and when he lands, he's supposed to land on the 1, and he landed on the 2,
Two.
and he turned around, he was like, he looked at me, I was like, oh shit, he looked at me kind of crazy, like he looked at me kind of crazy, and we it was a Mountain Dew thing in Las Vegas that we had to do, and I remember going into the green room after. We go into the green room, and his whole team is outside the green room, and he's just inside, and he's telling his security let one in at a time so I could talk to them. Because somebody had lost, I guess like a CD with all these exclusives.
Oh man.
So he was tight.
Yeah.
He had me come in last. And I heard him yelling and screaming. People were coming out like holding their head like that. One dude was crying. It was crazy. So
Because Buster ain't small either.
nah,
yeah.
Buster, man. I hope it's okay that I'm telling this story. Everybody knows you a hothead sometimes. You got a lot better.
He's passionate. He's
No,
passionate.
he's very, and that's the whole thing. He's
Yeah.
very passionate. So I walk into the green room, and he's sitting there with his head down. He's like this, and I look at him, and he looks up at me, right? And I was just like, I know what I did, boss. I'm gonna fix it. He was like, hey, you gonna fix it? I said, yeah. He was like, all right, we good now. It's like, cool. I didn't get yelled at. I was like, good, this is fire.
That's because
Did
you
you,
went.
did
You
you walk
went in
out? Would you walk out like this?
like this.
Yeah. Everybody's outside crying and shit. I'm just like,
You know why? Because you admitted you're wrong.
yeah.
And you saw where you was wrong. And
already
you
knew
came,
what it was.
You came
Yeah.
forward like, yo, I know what I got to do. I fucked up. You know what I mean?
I just think, but I also think that all those people worked for him for a while,
Mm.
and they probably just had their like shit.
Right,
And
right.
for me, I was just getting on, and at the same time, we already had a respect for each other.
Right.
So he wasn't looking at me as an employee; he looked at me as a friend that was coming to work.
Right.
So it was kind of like, you know. But Bus, yeah, me and Bus have yelled at each other since then a lot, because we just, you know, because we're good friends.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
a friendship.
Up until recently. like I seen him last week, and he was just like, the last time I saw you, I didn't like your energy. I was like, I know. He was like, I wasn't sure if you was going through something or not, man. I just wanted to tell you I love you. I was like, love you too. So
That's how we argue too. Shit. It
We
is what
argue
it
this
is.
I'm
morning.
sure.
We argue this every day.
But then we laugh.
Then we laugh about it.
and we laugh hard.
Shit.
You know
we
what I'm saying?
we got
That's
Mayor
what-
K came in early like Damon Dash. And said, what?
Yeah. One of the team members screamed on us for
We
no
got screened
reason.
out. He's in the next room.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
having a conversation. We have an A and B.
He
He
saw
sees his ass
into the car. Didn't know what we was talking about, but he came in here flipping tables and
but we
shit.
love him. We love him.
But we, like I said, we get good laughs out of it. That's
Exactly.
what's up.
Exactly.
So, what made you fall in love with hip hop?
I fell in love with music.
Okay.
Fell in love with music, and to answer your questions, that's not answering your question.
No, it's going there.
It's
though.
going there.
Yeah.
It was just so different than other music, right? And it just like was seeing like the animated. I want to say like I want to use the right word. I guess it was like the rebellious
Okay.
kind of like
Mhm.
you know
Do you remember the first?
say what you want, do
Right.
what you
Do
want.
you remember the first hip hop video you seen, maybe, or
First video.
or artists that might say, "Oh, you know what? What's this?"
I
No.
loved like DOS Effects and like
Okay.
Redman.
Mhm.
And,
Funk Squad.
You know, I was from Newark, so
Mhm.
like
Right.
see
You gotta-
Redman,
You don't like
you know,
Redman?
Naughty by
Yeah,
Nature.
motherfucker out.
Right.
You know, all of those things were
Mhm.
amazing to me.
Right.
And then I started to like go back and like, you know, those videos that was intense.
Right.
You know, I just loved it, man. I'm like, man, it's like telling somebody do what you want.
Right.
Right.
Right? That's what hip hop
That's
is,
what it
right?
is, right.
Do what
Yeah.
you want.
Right.
Yeah. Be
You know?
creative, and that's
Right,
it.
being
Yeah.
creative. And talking about creative, explain to people what exactly trend life is.
Trends Life,
Right. Trends life. Yeah. Trends life.
that's my company.
Right. So
Right.
explain to, let me rephrase it, to people about your trans life and how they become about. So,
Trends Life came about when my first son was born.
okay.
So that's when I was just like, man, I gotta take life serious. You know, because even coming into this game, like some people in the beginning, you know, it was always a hobby first, right? It was something that you loved or didn't love. You tried to figure, like
Mhm.
you tried it out. It was like, you know, my mom, she says it because I was a BMX kid and a skater
Mhm.
and a graffiti artist. So she was just like, the DJ thing, I never thought it was gonna be something because I thought it was just like your skateboard and your BMX bike.
Both
Yeah.
for records,
Yeah.
you know.
Or you painting on the walls.
Right.
You know,
Right.
she was just like, I wasn't sure what, I didn't know it was gonna become this.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's
Yeah, you said skating, DMX,
BMX
right? Then you bought 4 records.
and
In
graffiti.
the record store, you only bought 4 records.
For records,
And
yeah.
then the graffiti.
Yeah. So she that just it became something. It's
Right.
kinda, I never thought it was gonna become anything.
Mhm.
It was just, you know, just a hobby, man. And I guess when you love something that much, you know, it becomes something.
So is Trans Life the actual company in the shade of
it's
block
the
below?
company. So when my son was born,
Okay.
I'm sorry, my
Yeah, it's
ADD's
all right, it's all right.
fire. So so Trend's life was my son was born. Now I gotta start paying taxes. I gotta go to the gym.
Yep.
I gotta do all types of shit. I want to be serious. I want this to be a business.
Right.
I want it like I can no longer just do this.
Right.
Because
No.
for fun, and I love it. Yeah.
Right. And I was making money. So I'm just
Right.
like, man, I gotta get to it. And I was just like, what do I call a company? I was like, I have no idea. I'm like, I don't know. I was like, my son was just born. I was like, Trans Life. You know, I'm like,
Okay.
I just needed a name.
Right. Right.
You know, I don't promote Trends Life as a company, but that's definitely
Right. But that's the tier,
yeah.
the top tier.
yeah, Trends Life.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you know about Trends Life?
Come on, man.
We got to do
Y'all
our
gotta
work.
do our
y'all
job,
got
gotta do our work.
research. Holy
You
shit.
know what I'm saying?
We trying to get
Trying to get the
all
stories,
the
trying to get
stories.
everything.
Wow.
Trying to cover
Stuff like that.
everything.
But that's dope though, because you know, like he explained to us, you know, his son was born, stuff like that. You got to change your life. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
it's not a hobby. Yeah, I'm doing the clubs. Yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing
and
that.
He looked at him as his life.
This is life
Yeah,
right
he was-
now.
he was
I'm
definitely my
gone.
life.
This is you know what I'm saying?
Is his life.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He was Little Trends. Everybody called him Little Trends.
That's
all
what's
the
up.
Well, it could have been little Bobby.
time. You're right. Shit. Yeah, man.
So is Hot 97 the only station you've been on? Have you been on other radio stations or?
Yeah, I've played 99 Jams
Okay.
in Miami just as a guest.
Okay.
I was like on an internet radio show called A-List Radio way back. And that's pretty much it, man. Yeah, if I can, unless I'm forgetting something.
Are you still part of that We the Best? What is the We the Best DJs? Is that
Well-
thing still going on with that?
Well, there wasn't.
I don't. Yeah, it's just.
So there's a couple. I guess it's
Right.
confusion. I was signed to We the Best, kind of as of an ambassador,
ambassador. Okay.
right?
Okay.
Brand ambassador.
That was before, and then I want to remember who was on with me at the same time, but then he did the headphone deal,
right.
and then
Okay.
he had the We the Best, like DJs
Mm-hmm.
for the headphones,
Okay.
which was a whole nother situation.
Situation.
But he basically said to me, he sat with me, he was like, yeah, man, he was like, he saw that I was building my Shake the Block brand. He was like, I want you to rep We the Best the way you rep Shake the Block. He was like, I want to, like, he had just signed Vado also.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Right.
just like, I looked at him like, maybe he wants me to, you know what I'm saying? Like, try to help boost him. And I'm like, but what exactly is this?
Right,
he was
right.
like, he just wants you to rep it. He was like, but if you want to produce, if you want an A&R,
Right.
if you want to put out music, you know, all the above,
Right.
you know, you have the opportunity to do it, and I'm here to help.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what that was.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Have you ever produced anything yet for We the Best?
Not for not for We the Best.
Anybody else?
Yeah. So, I mean, I have things I have no credit for, but I don't know if those things.
You
Are,
ghost producer?
Ghost producer. I mean, yo, Tom, you want your credits, yo. You need that check now. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
well, man, and it's a big check.
Oh. Do we want to talk about this right
Big
now?
check. It's a little touchy, man.
Okay.
But
Well, if you know
My-
who he's talking about, he needs his check.
Yeah.
shout to my man.
We're gonna shake the block.
I believe that one alone.
Yeah, we'll leave it alone. We'll
I'll
leave
We'll
it
shake the
alone.
block.
It is what it is.
Definitely,
They know who they are. And
Do
that's
you
all
still have
that
your
matters.
records?
Say again.
Your records, you still got them?
My vinyl.
Yeah, your
a lot
vinyl.
of them disappeared,
Disappear.
destroyed.
Destroy. Okay.
Sandy.
Oh, the
Sandy.
hurricane.
Hurricane.
Damn.
I thought then what baby mama was that?
What he thought? Nah, he was like, nah. You know what he thought? He thought he was thinking about Sandy from fucking SpongeBob.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
I still
man.
have a lot of the vinyl, but Sandy destroyed a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. My
So we started to hear that because
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it was tight
yeah.
in the basement. I had just so I moved. My first house was in Westchester County, New York. I moved my family to New Jersey, and at the end of when the truck gets full and you got to
Yeah, yeah.
it was either I don't know what was going in there or my crates.
Right.
And my ex-wife, my now ex-wife, she was just like, "You could come back and get those. We need that."
Right.
Damn.
And I'm just like, "This doesn't feel good."
Right.
She was like, "You could put those in your truck."
Yeah.
So I'm like, I was like, "Damn." And we still own that other house, so I'm like, "Man, it's safe over there for a second." When you move to a house, you gotta like
Yeah.
do all types
Organized,
of shit.
yeah,
So, like,
unpacking all that.
so
yeah.
I had my records safe there, and I wasn't playing them anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had my Serato, so I was just like, damn, like I gotta go over there eventually. I'm like, I guess when we sell the house, now it's just storage.
Right.
Sandy came and just, and
just
I
crazy.
remember going down there and just seeing everything on the ground.
And you can and that's one thing you can't really get back.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you could get. I mean,
Some of
besides-
it. No.
Some of it, but not even some of it. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
how do you put a value to that? You know what I'm saying
Yeah.
for insurance? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know there's people that's definitely like, I'm not gonna, Swiss Beats.
Mm-hmm.
Swiss Beats,
he a long time ago lost his stuff as well.
he bought
He bought a lot of people's collection.
He
right?
bought. I know he gave 20 grand to a friend of mine
Mm-hmm.
for his collection. You know what I'm saying? Like, DJ Riz called
Riz.
me. I want to say like a year ago. Loose, and I'm like, "What's Riz calling me?" Father Riz, what's up? He's like, "Hey man, I just want to know if you want to sell your collection."
Mm-hmm.
There's people out here selling collections. I was like, "Nah." I'm like, for what I had left.
Right.
But
Yeah, we ain't selling shit.
Yeah, I ain't
know
selling my
selling
shit. I want to be buried with my shit
We always say the records came before the whites.
before the wife. Come,
I know.
you know what I mean?
We
So-
still buy it. I
You
mean,
guys think it's gonna come back?
it is coming. I mean, you do see it now, like in Walmart, Target.
I mean,
there's a lot of-
like DJing.
No, I
I
can't.
think it's gonna be a niche thing.
Yeah, it'll be a niche
Maybe
thing. Yeah.
like a one-off. You know, you got maybe 2 bags and a couple DJs.
I see
Right.
people like sometimes I seen
Yeah,
it
there's-
in the like Lower East Side they do like 45
But it's
parties.
a part. It's a spot. The 45 part.
There's
It's a spot in Miami.
Tampa,
In Miami,
Tampa too.
but Tampa too. But Miami also does. You can only play vinyl.
You can only play vinyl. You're not coming in
It's
there
a,
with no
VI, it's,
laptop.
a, it's a special lounge that if you're not a member, you can't even get in.
I had this talk with Flex one time.
And the whole thing background is all records in the back.
He definitely said he thinks that they're gonna want to pay a DJ to play vinyl.
Yeah, it's the nostalgia of it.
Right.
You know
Like,
what I mean?
he also, I remember, he predicted a couple of things. He predicted the companies falling and all that
Falling apart,
stuff
yeah.
because it happened. He told me in 7 years, and it happened in 7 years. And he also said, eventually, Las Vegas is going to, instead of having Barbara Streisand, they're gonna have
Diplo,
Beyonce.
Right, right.
or somebody. And
Right.
and look, that they have
Usher.
Khaled all the time.
They
They,
got
have,
Usher, yeah.
they have Fab. They got
Yeah, yeah.
French. They got
Right.
Usher. You know what I'm saying? So like it's
It's changing. Yeah,
how the game.
yeah.
is
I think
changed.
that you might have one night which is vinyl in certain areas.
Right.
Yeah, I know the one in Tampa a couple weeks ago. Rich Medina was there playing vinyl.
Fire.
You know what I mean?
Fire.
And that was
I'll be honest. I haven't even I'm so scared to look to see what I'm missing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even want to look. Like I know like if I go through my collection, I'm just like, damn man. Like there's a lot of great stuff here. I I wonder what's gone.
Is your hard drive backed up?
My hard drive?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I need to back it up, back it up, back it up.
Do you
Time machine?
time machine it?
Nah, I don't time
Oh
machine.
my god.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking for.
You better, when you leave this interview.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, 2 Christmases ago, my book bag fell out of my truck.
Oh shit.
It was Christmas Eve. I did a private event during the day for this dealership. A friend of mine was like 4 dealerships, this holiday party or whatever. And I had to run home to have Christmas Eve with the family and then go do a gig. I'm just like, where the fuck is my bag at? And my boy that was driving, he was like, I was like, where's the bag? And he was just like, oh, I put it in the back. I was like, I never put it in the back. I always put it in the. I was like, shit. The gate had opened in the Tahoe, and so the shit fell out, man. So shout to Triple Threat. We're in his studio right now. He actually gave me his Serato collection.
Okay.
You know, he gave me the whole library.
Right.
So, but I know I
Still
lost.
missing stuff.
Still missing stuff, man. There's dubs in there. There's like I had audio from like my mixtapes, like all the mixtapes that I've done. I had like the live audio, like the bloopers.
Right,
you know,
right,
like
right.
I have 50 Cent in the background talking shit.
Right.
Like, you know, like it was just.
Did you ever went back that same night to see the bag was there or it was gone?
It's gone, man. It's gone. It was. I remember when he pulled over to close the gate, because the gate just opened a little bit.
Right.
It wasn't like flew up, but I was like, damn, man, like that shit just. There was my computer was in there, my headphones. I had a envelope from the club last night was in there with a couple $1,000. And I had my external hard drive in there.
That was a bad Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I was like, shit.
Fucking Santa.
Like fucking Grinch. The
It was
Grinch showed up
bad.
on that night.
That shit was crazy, man.
Man, that's fucked up, man. Sorry to hear that, man. That breaks my heart. When Serato first started, I didn't have no. Well, I started on. To be honest, when Serato started, I bought a PC. I didn't have a Mac.
Me too.
Because
Yep.
I
The
was
beginning.
still testing the waters. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, man. I DJ with a turntable of vinyl, and then the other one's a Serato vinyl.
You was still on the edge, like this shit gonna crash.
I had a
shit.
crate and I had my book bag. I was
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
just in case. That shit was scary.
Right. So and the same thing happened to me. When I moved over to Mac, my Mac crashed.
Shit.
You know what I mean? And it wasn't time machine. I still had my external, but I had to rebuild all my playlists again.
I remember like Macs were weird to us because everything was like opposite.
Right, up and
Yeah,
down.
up and down, right.
Yeah, and then now I'm a Mac.
Now I
freak.
can't even use a window.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, yeah.
That shit
I
is
still
weird.
use both. But
I tried to use the regular. I don't even know what to call it anymore. The other one. Not
PC.
PC.
PC, yeah.
I tried because I wanted to learn how to use Fruity Loops to produce.
okay.
I'm just like, oh, everybody says do it this way.
Right.
Before they turned it now you could do it for the Mac.
Mac.
I was like, man, it shit sucks, man. I was like, I don't want to use this shit. But
Yeah.
So having a bunch of not saying a bunch, but having a lot of new DJs underneath Shake the Block umbrella. What is one thing you see a lot of mistake new DJs are doing now?
Up and coming DJ.
Upcoming DJs doing?
up and coming mistakes. Damn. I don't know, man. Like I
Because you have your ear to when you go to a nightclub. You're like,
what you
the
mean, like
street.
mistakes, like
so like we asked this to several DJs and people say, be your own DJ, be creative. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
Stuff
yeah,
like that.
for sure.
Or they being cheap, they getting paid,
They're selling themselves
selling
short.
themselves short, stuff like that.
Here's the thing, man. I feel like if you need to get in, if you try to get in and you want to short, like I think that's okay, right? In the beginning. But don't
Continue.
do a situation where like just because you want to get in, like you're already at this number, don't take the short to like do some bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't like stick to your guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let people decide how much you're worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you stick to your number, or haggle. Like, figure it out if it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, like if like Jay-Z, Diddy, 50 Cent, somebody call you and say, come and do the party for free. Yeah, go do it for free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, don't take a short to work in the worst place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure that that it makes sense.
Right.
And then you have to grow from it because it can't fuck up everybody else's shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just
It
gotta really like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And then, a lot of promoters, they all talk to each other. Oh, I got this dude. I got DJ. We got a fake DJ on the podcast, DJ Pee Wee.
That's our DJ.
That's our
fake
DJ, fake DJ.
That's what we use for reference.
Pee Wee.
For reference,
For references. We want to talk about stories because we don't want to say real DJ.
So,
Exactly.
so I'm gonna give you an example. I had a Pee Wee.
Okay.
So Club Envy.
All right.
I was there. That was my first major residency in New York City. I was there for 3 years every Sunday. I played from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. every Sunday for $300, right?
By yourself.
By myself. Frank Jigger was on the mic.
Mm-hmm.
I was still kind of timid on the microphone actually, but getting there. And after that third year, the promoter removed me for DJ Pee Wee, who was actually a legendary guy, but was kind of struggling at the time. And he took $300 to DJ every Sunday, and that's why they really they were like, man, we could get the legend for $300. Fuck Bobby Trends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, Pee Wee, why you do that to me, man?
Right.
Like, I
All
was
right.
like, yeah, that shit hurt.
And that same promoter to
and it was
the next
even-
guy.
And I couldn't believe it because I'm like, yo, this guy's like a big, he was a known New York City mixtape legend. Like, I'm just like, damn.
So I'm gonna do my homework.
It was crazy.
You know, I'm gonna do my homework. I'm gonna send you a text.
But we're cool now.
No, that's cool, but
We're cool now.
I'm still gonna do my homework though.
But it was tough on me early in the game because I'm like, I'm trying to make it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm like, you already made,
Right.
Legend,
Crazy.
right.
Shit's crazy. You can do your research. Damn, I was scared of y'all
yeah.
research. Y'all research is deep. Y'all research is deep.
We might just have to make one phone call and we can find out too.
You're
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Right. And I'll be honest with you, not so I could protect what's going on in here.
Right,
That's what the promoter said.
right.
At
Okay.
least. So who
Right.
knows if the
Right.
promoter,
Who knows
promoter
what-
might
what
be
the-
lying and be like,
Right.
Might be
You know what
might be a
I'm saying? Like-
miscommunication there.
Right,
You know
of
what I mean?
course.
So
yeah.
You could be stuck in one decade. What decade that would be, music wise?
Stuck?
Yeah, they ain't no. If you're in the 80s, you're in the 80s. There's no more 90s.
Yeah.
You're in the 90s, you're in the 90s. No 2000s. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like
90s.
90s music,
90s.
everything in the 90s.
I love 90s.
Everybody says 90s.
yeah, everybody does.
Everybody.
90s is fire. Early 2000 was cool, but I felt like,
It wasn't the 90s.
nah, it wasn't the 90s, and we was dressing funny. Like, it was mad weird.
Where in
like,
the 80s? You talking about the 80s or 90s?
Nah, I
The
feel like
90s.
I feel like
2000s,
I feel like
2000s.
90s we dressed cooler in the 90s than we
Right.
did in the 2000s. It was weird.
When did the polka dot come out?
Oh, that was in the 80s with
That was
Kwame.
the 80s.
Kwame.
That was
Late
Kwame.
80s.
Kwame, but then Biggie shitted all over that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 90s was
Kwame.
cool. Think about it. 90s, like, you know, you had everybody from motherfucking Tribe Called Quest to Biggie
Mm-hmm.
to Jay-Z. Like,
Right.
you know, it was Black Medallions, No Gold.
Right.
Went to the gold and then went to the platinum.
Platinum.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you had like. all
That's
that
just
shit
white
from-
gold. That's
White
not
gold.
platinum. That's
Some,
white.
some people have white gold. Some
No, I'm
people have
saying.
platinum.
You just say
You had.
that's white gold. That's not platinum.
Yeah.
Ah,
But if you really knew, platinum was matte color.
Matte.
It wasn't
you had
shiny. You know what I'm
Jesus
saying?
piece,
The Jesus pieces.
camos, Timberland boots.
Timberlands.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit is fire. 2000 it got weird. Like it was just like the super baggy
Baggies,
jeans
yeah.
and the
Big-ass
and the
t-shirts.
big jerseys,
The long tees.
t-shirts
The
down
long
to here.
tees, yeah.
I go back and look at pictures of this shit. I'm like,
What the fuck we're doing?
oh, that
Can't
look
believe I wore
crazy.
that shit. I still got some of my clothes from then.
Yeah, me
You
too.
know what I'm saying?
Shit.
That I look at,
too.
you know, some promo shirts and shit like that I got from the labels and
I was a polo kid too, so the 90s was like
about that low life.
that low life
Yeah.
shit.
Low
Was,
life.
I mean, like I still got polo from the 90s. Yeah, fire shit.
You was running out of Macy's and shit. Yeah. Yeah,
Crazy.
good times, man.
That's great time.
So, talking about the DJs, feel back. Any upcoming DJs you see, if your eye on.
Maybe he might not want to talk about that.
yeah, nah, I keep that in the wraps.
But are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
definite.
Yeah, I want to blow up.
No.
You know what it is? Because then you know they could get gas too,
Give them the gas
You know
face
what I'm
afterwards.
saying?
If anything, they'll get picked. Get the gas face.
and they could potentially fuck up an opportunity. You know what I mean? I'm looking out for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
What you currently working on right now?
Right now, so of course the DJ team is growing. I'm working on trying to get more things organized with the team. Because right now it's just an affiliation family team.
Right.
You know, we all DJ together.
Right.
Not even by choice. Like the promoters kind of encourage it.
Right,
It's
right.
like they celebrate it. I'm also producing music. I have Shake the Block Music as a company. I have a couple of artists that I am working with. Signed. Some are signed to me. Some aren't. Trying to get signed. Signing producers also, and we are currently.
It's on a podcast.
Um,
You look at some podcast.
so,
You know, Juma gotta
Shout to
say.
Jumbo.
so I did start a podcast. It didn't work out too good, not yet, but I'm getting back to it. I'm gonna get back to it.
Junebug's new shot, new drop is shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot. Crazy. So new podcast is definitely the podcast is gonna continue. I just gotta get the right team behind it.
Right.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
could talk about. You could talk about artists. We don't need artists. We just want DJs.
Facts.
Facts.
What else? I own laundromats. That's
It's a lot of coin and it's
Side
nice
hustle.
money.
Literally.
I don't really post it or talk about it too much. That's
Nah,
just
that's
like
what it is.
Yeah,
this
out
thing.
in Orlando, if
Passive
you
income.
gotta own a car wash or storage unit. They're
Wow.
everywhere.
That's where the money's at.
Storage units are everywhere.
And
They could be
car
one across the
wash.
street, car wash down the block. It's everywhere.
I'm also trying to be more active with like charity situations. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been a part of a lot of other people's, but I think I'm finally gonna start my.
Yeah, I
nonprofit.
do one every year for kids for toy
Christmas.
drive for Christmas.
Fire,
I'm going on my third one this year.
fire. So I definitely wanna get more involved with like mentoring kids and things like that. So that I'm gonna put in the. I mean, I've said I already put in the universe, but I definitely want to start like Shake the Block community centers.
Oh, that's real
You
dope.
know, where kids can go and learn how to DJ, produce. When they're of age, learn about taxes.
Right.
You know, learn how to cook vegan food or
Right,
regular
right,
food.
right.
You know, work out.
Basic
know.
life things that school doesn't really teach you.
Right. I heard
Yeah,
that
man.
they don't even do home ec anymore. In the
They
schools.
don't.
Like,
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
you know, and I want to promote health. You know, so eating better. I think everybody should.
Right. Right.
Like, I'm a vegan. I still eat like shit. I eat White Castle Impossible burgers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's like my cheat. You know what I'm saying?
Cheat
but then
time,
you gotta
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
Are you teaching right now anywhere?
nah, I'm not teaching.
Okay. Is anybody from the
Currently.
team teaching anywhere?
Teach?
Yeah,
Teaching as
like
far as
teaching, like, you know,
DJing.
they had the JMC at the Scratch Academy.
Scratch Academy. Yeah.
Not currently.
I think Rock and Roll
Rock and Soul
Rock
does
and Soul has
classes
a
too.
They
a
do?
class.
Yeah, they do
Wow.
have
Yeah.
rap classes. Yeah.
Yeah, not
Stuff like that.
not as of yet. But that's something that's I'll be honest, like I also have I got a couple things that's in the works. We can all sit and talk about all the ideas that we
Right,
have.
of course.
And because I have 18 DJs that are close to me, they all also call me and say, "Why don't we do this? Why don't
Right.
we do that?" So then my answer to that is, "You think I could do all of that shit by myself?
Right. It-
Why don't
it's-
you do it and then
Right.
let's do it together?" So
Together, right.
that's you know so
Right, you gave them the brand.
right.
Now take the brand. What you gonna do with the brand now?
Right. Right now, the music is actually we're really working hard behind the scenes because I have somebody in the team that loves it and that he's very passionate about it. His name is Jeff the Don. That's my partner with Shake the Block Music.
Okay.
You know, I need people to have that type of energy or close to so that we can build these other things. We have this Shake the Block brand that's so big that it can be so many different things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have like I have people approach me about doing a Shake the Block weed strand, you know, like a couple different people. But even those guys, I'm just like, so do it.
Do it right.
Get to work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Give me the information and we can sit down and
Right.
discuss it.
and I'm talking about the legal way. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Like,
No,
it's
of course,
like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
So I have a guy that actually he has he just got his cultivation license and everything. Like he's building a growing plant in Jersey. So
Dope.
so we're talking about that. I know I'm missing something. My phone, I got all my notes in there, but
Right.
the apparel also. Shake the Block, actually, apparel was in stores at one time, like 7-8 years ago. I was in like all the Dr. J's and like all like like I was on Fordham in every store.
Dope.
I was in Fulton. I was actually in Japan. I was in Switzerland. You know, I actually got booked in Switzerland to do like a pop up.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I did a collab with a brand named Sabbath, Japanese brand
Dope.
that's out of New York. But I'm revisiting that now also because one of my guys on the team actually stepped up, and he's
Into fashion and stuff like that.
well, we're about to get the machines and everything
Okay.
and put them in his building.
Okay.
So it's also going to be like its own printing company also. So people want to come and
Do their own
do their own
merchandise or
stuff.
whatever.
So
Right.
so that's in the works. Those are the things I could talk about.
Right, no, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. And it's good, like, you have other people you can say, you know what, all right, that's your idea, you like it?
Right.
Give me all the information, then come back to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, get
And we see if it's worth
together.
doing.
Yeah.
Right, get it together and stuff
But
like
I'm
that.
super excited about the music that's coming. So
And then the artists you talking about, is it hip hop, R&B,
hip hop.
or hip hop?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Well,
we need-
for now.
for now.
Yeah.
Are you looking for artists?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't search.
Right.
For
But
me,
it- but it-
everything's organic.
Right,
It
okay.
has to affect me.
Right.
It's like with the DJs.
Right.
I pay attention more with the DJs than the artists.
Right.
Because I feel like it's because it's already moving.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like I know that like once the label starts to move, then I'll probably be more like,
In tune with
like
it.
in tune. But right now it's just like it gotta touch me, man. Like people always ask like, how do I get in the radio? It's like, man, you gotta get hot.
Yeah, there's
You know
no
what
other
I'm
way
saying?
around
Like,
it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how much to play my record? I'm like, nah, I don't do that.
Right.
Like I suggest you put your money towards digital marketing.
Right.
It'll do better for you.
You gotta
And
have
what's
a buzz.
what's the cost nowadays to
market a record?
Yeah,
It's about $200,000.
right, on the radio?
Well, not on the radio, just in
Or
general.
In general.
Yeah, to push a single is about $200,000.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and you don't even know if it's gonna
My
pop.
thing, and this is just my advice to artists, like, why would you pay me the small money that you're offering
Mhm.
just so that I can play it?
Right.
After I play it, then what? You need to pay everybody in the
Everybody else,
building and all
right.
over the place. I'm not condoning that. I'm just
Right.
saying, like people think that if your record gets played one time on the radio, that you're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, you out of here.
Yeah, but to them they are. You know what I'm saying? Like
On their block,
down
Right.
their block. Yeah,
Right.
I got shit. My shit's on Hot 97.
Right.
yeah,
Bobby
Yeah,
translate
so
my shit.
Bobby
He
translate my
put
shit.
the drop, stuff like that.
but it takes
Right.
more than that.
Right, because we had somebody out in Orlando who's on the radio. He's not a DJ actually; he's a radio personality, and we actually just found out the reason why Orlando radio don't play Orlando artists.
Mm.
It's not the market.
Wow.
It's not the Orlando's not the hub.
Right.
Miami is,
Yeah.
Right.
stuff like that.
It's the marketing.
The marketing.
where
Right.
the market
So
falls
mar-
the
right,
number wise.
numbers. So they
Yeah.
can't in Orlando. We just found out reason why they don't play. But I think it's bullshit to me. But that's coming from the artist part of me, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because out there, I have a question that has to do with artists. There's a lot of DJs out there in all states. There's a lot of artists out there in
Yeah.
all the states.
Mhm.
But I feel like there's a lot of DJs out there that don't support the artists in their city.
Mm.
They get support somebody else from another state,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Somebody they don't know.
Somebody don't know, but not the person in their city.
Mm-hmm.
What's your feeling about that?
Sure, I agree.
Supporting somebody that basically
But there are a lot of DJs that do. You know,
there is but it's more that don't.
and I think that. But here's the thing. I think that a lot of that who actually said that the artist did, right? How many artists are there? So how many can you support?
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like you have more complainers than people that don't complain, because there's a lot of artists.
Right.
How can you think about it? Like if I'm on the radio Fridays and Saturdays, right? And I do my part. Like I do support local, but if I did it my entire show,
No, not the entire show, but like
no, what I'm trying to say is
yeah.
that like so I might support one or two artists on my show. Think about how many other artists have approached me, and how many other artists aren't going to get played, and how many.
Right.
So that means there's more people that are going to complain than not complain.
Yeah.
So that's where that energy comes
Right,
from.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
which is not a great energy, but
right.
like-
I feel like we absolutely do support, but it's just like the energy comes from, well, you playing all this out of town stuff. Yeah, it's hot,
right,
and it's like at
But
this
on the-
at this
but I
point
think-
at this point we don't
right.
like the streets decides who's hot.
Hot, exactly.
So like if the streets decide that you're hot,
We're gonna play your shit.
yeah, man. Like
Right.
and if I can aid in allowing the streets to hear it, then I will. But I can't get everybody. So
Right.
there's gonna be more people upset than happy.
Then happy. Yeah, and you can't make everybody happy,
Right.
no matter
No,
what.
it's-
That's funny because I never thought about it like that because I never cared to explain myself
Right,
about it because
right.
it's annoying to me.
Right. No,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it is like I said. I mean, we all know now. There's more DJs now than artists.
right.
That's there's DJ schools. There's
Yeah.
not schools to learn how to rap. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
You
right.
got it. You don't got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's you could be 5 years old and there's DJs out there that are 5 years old already because either their father or somebody in the family was a DJ,
Right.
or they could go to school for it now,
Right,
stuff
right.
like that. And maybe it's the market that we live in that they don't support the artists because I know New York does. I mean, shit. Rest in peace, K. Slay.
Yeah.
That's all he did. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a king.
And that's all he did on his radio show. And I used to ask him,
Think,
how could you do that? Well, his contract stated that he could do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
and think about it, like, and even all the artists that case they supported, I'm sure there was a bunch that he couldn't.
He couldn't.
'cause It's just that
Right,
many.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but they couldn't. But nobody could ever say that K Slade didn't support.
No,
Local
never.
artists.
It's
Right,
sick.
Never.
Right, right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Never.
Like,
Never.
he's a classic example
Right.
of somebody who really
He support. He kept his
Went
ear to the
hard.
streets, and that's a whole different another conversation for
Yeah,
2 hours.
facts,
whatever.
facts.
and that's late night radio also.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, I'm gonna tell you something else. I feel like DJs, how do you make money? Right? You can get a radio job and get paid. It's not great money.
Right.
Unless you're like morning show.
Right.
Like you gotta be a personality, you gotta be
Right.
something different.
More than just
You know what I'm
DJing,
saying?
you have to-
Like, right.
Yeah.
You make money by DJing in the club. Right? So that's like the majority of the DJs.
Right.
So if you think about it, K Slade was on the radio playing brand new artists. K Slade wasn't heavy in the clubs,
No, only his parties.
right? Because
Right.
if a promoter wanted to book K Slade, they'd probably think like, oh, he's gonna play all
All the
like,
street records.
new artists. You know what I'm saying? So DJs on the radio, if you're gonna be on, you want to play
What's hot right now?
what's hot right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And also, we have to play certain records.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So, like, it is what it is. We only give it so much leeway to
Right.
play new music. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, especially during daytime and early evening. But late night, there's a lot more leeway.
Right.
Shout out to DJ Drewski. He also has a show
That's a show, right?
on Sunday nights. So he gets to do that. It's a different time slash late. So
Yeah, shout out to Drewski on breaking that Lola Brooke record.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
we follow. We know we love the culture, man. We follow
Yeah.
everything that everybody
That's
does,
doing yes.
and we know who does what.
And then we have to ask some of these questions because
Right.
for the artists that actually watching these episodes or hearing these episodes,
And they want to know how to get to the
gotta
DJs,
get
or
to
why
the
they
DJs,
why they can't.
or why they
get to
getting
the DJs.
denied, stuff like that, and
Right.
understanding the markets and stuff like that. They don't know. No one's teaching them.
Yeah.
right.
You know.
I have a close friend that's part of my Shake the Block family that he has artists, and I don't play his artists. You know, and just recently, this past Friday, I finally played one of his artists,
Mm.
and he's been around me for 10 years.
Right.
So think about the line you got to wait on.
No, it's a long line.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
No, it's
Like,
definitely
yeah.
a long line.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we
Stuff like
said,
that.
can't make everybody happy. And then
Right.
another thing is, if you were that person that took that money, then that artist feels like, yo, but I paid you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not,
Yeah.
you got to play it all the time now. Or,
Right, right.
you know what I mean? It's
And
like,
I'm gonna tell you something. This is the reason why I never took money. It's because I worked this hard to work for myself, not to work for someone.
Right.
right. And that's
so
what it
once you
winds up
take that
turning
money,
into.
now you work for them.
Yeah.
Right.
Same thing like if, local artist comes up to you at your club, yo, I got this USB.
I'm the hottest thing in my.
Here's $1,000. Pop that USB and play. Once you take that $1,000, they think that shit's gonna be in rotation
Yeah,
every
it's
week.
crazy.
It's $1,000 always looks good, you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, what are you risking at that point? You know what I'm
You
saying?
risking your hard drive to crash, maybe.
A lot
get
of
a
things.
virus.
Yeah, because you don't know what's on
Who's
that
that hard drive?
USB,
Right.
really. And then, like I said, every week they think you're gonna be dropping that shit at prime time hour,
Right.
and it don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what sucks, man. Is there a single night out or event that you've done that's like a core memory for you that's vivid?
Core memory. I got so many, man. Yeah. This was a big one. On Hot 97, I started a live broadcast party
Dope.
on Friday nights, and it was such a like a chore to like even let a club allow me to do it. I convinced this club owner to let me do it. The first night, I told him, I said, the first night, I'm gonna bring Swiss Beats,
Okay.
and he was just like, fire. At first, I even had to convince him to let me have the party because he was like, yeah, I don't want to do this party. And I convinced him in a half an hour. Then I said, Swiss Beats the first week. And he was like, okay, the first night was great. Second night is always a test because people throw parties, and then the first night is always great. Second night sucks. Everything's downhill from there.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
weekly party.
Right.
So the second night, I told him, I said, I got Fat Joe. This is album release party. He's just like, wow, okay. Still got artists. That night, while I'm live on air, Fat Joe's in the VIP, having a good time, I get a text from Sean Pecos,
Oh, shout out to Pecos, yeah.
the Pecos, and he says, how's the party? It sounds great on radio, but how is it? I said, it's incredible. He said, don't embarrass me. I said, what are you talking about? He said, I may bring Jay-Z through. I said, whatever, man, you're not bringing Jay-Z, man, fuck out of here. He was just like, dead ass, I'm gonna hit you back in a couple of minutes, let you know what's up. I was like, oh shit. I was like, Jay coming?
But it's Pecos too, you know what I mean?
Right. So then he calls me back. He calls me now. He's just like, yo, he was like, I got Swiss with me too. How is it now? I said, ask Swiss how it was last week, and he's gonna tell you, and I'm letting you know that's the same
vibe.
Same vibe, but better.
Right.
He's like, bet. Came through. Now I go to the front. I'm outside in the front of the club. I go outside. The broadcast is over, by the way. So he missed the broadcast. It was 12-2, but the club goes to 4. I get off. I run outside. I tell the manager, he's outside. I'm like, yo, man, get security ready. Jay-Z pulling up. He was like, fuck out of here. I was just like, Jay-Z's pulling up. Get security together. He dropped the radio all tight. He's like, oh, shit.
What the fuck? Security.
And Jay and Swiss pull up. This is when nobody had 4-door Wranglers yet. It looked like a video, like
Like a 90s video.
90s video. 2
Hype
4-door
Williams
Wranglers,
in front of
doors off. All you see is Jay's Timberland boot hanging out the door, Yankee fitted. He's driving, and they're swerving like this down the block. And there's 4 Cadillac ESVs behind them.
Security, for sure.
I was just like, damn, this shit is crazy. I'm like, see this shit? I got pictures, video, everything. I told all photographers, report to the front, taking pictures, fire.
Branding at its finest.
We definitely need those clips if you have them.
If you have any of
I'm gonna
that.
tell you
if
what's
you don't
crazy.
mind sharing it with
Right,
us.
you want to share?
I'm gonna tell you it's crazy. I have to look for it
That's cool.
because I don't know where they're at.
But we're going to
You
depend
got-
on
you
you.
got a week.
There's one on YouTube. There's one on YouTube that Drewski used to do video for Hot 97 before he became DJ Drewski.
Oh.
And he caught footage that day and he put it on Hot 97. He put it up for YouTube. I think it was
Right.
for Hot 97, but my footage never released.
Right.
Like I still have my footage somewhere. I gotta find it.
If you got photos are cool, you know what I mean? Video,
Photos, I have a photo on my Instagram. It's me, Jay-Z, and Swiss Beats. Me and Swiss both have microphones. We're going back and forth
Okay.
on mic shit, and Jay-Z's dancing.
Dope.
To get Jay-Z to dance,
Even to come out.
Come out,
What?
Can't
period.
even come out.
yo,
You know what I'm saying?
bro, I brought him to the side door. The hip hop police was outside. I just remember Sean Pecos. They were like, everybody got searched, and Pecos looked at them and they were like, Jay's not getting searched. They were like, sorry. And he walked into the side door. I walked him right in the booth. Nobody saw them yet. It's dark in there, lights flashing. Swiss grabs the microphone. He's like, it's showtime. Showtime. Swiss Beats, Bobby Trends. Doesn't say Jay. Lights are flashing. Everybody's looking. It's like, oh, he's back. He's back. That light flashed on Jay's face, and it's like people saw Jesus. They couldn't believe it.
Went
They
ballistic.
couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. And I played my ass off that night. I was like, I'm going to play this Rockefeller set I'm gonna play this Rough Rider set.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, Jay was on some of those records
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it was just
Right,
like
right.
back and forth.
Right.
Me and Swiss going back and forth, and I looked at Swiss and said, Jay walked in, didn't even say what's up to me, first of all. It was a little arrogant sometimes.
Right.
Swiss tries to get him the mic. He's like, I'm good. I'm rocking. You see him, he's dancing. I look at him, I'm like, mm-hmm. He was like, back to
I can see
cool.
that.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
back to cool. How you gonna do me? All right. Just know by the end of the night, he came and shook my hand. He was like, Psh. I said, yeah. Come on, man.
I do this. Yeah.
And the pictures on my Instagram. I'm gonna show you the picture. But that was a big night, mind you. This was Fat Joe's party.
Wow. Yeah. Swiss, Fat Joe, and Jay.
And Jay.
But this is when
The Jay
But this is
50
when
was fucking-
Fat this
right.
is when Fat Joe and Jay still wasn't rocking
Oh,
with each
yeah.
other. So there were a lot of rumors that Jay came
Because
to
shit
show
on.
his album
Right,
release.
right.
But Pet Gus told me a better story. He
Right.
told me that it was because Black Eyed Peas, I Got a Feeling,
Yeah.
yeah.
was #1 on the Billboard. Empire State was #2.
Mm.
And we weren't playing pop records in Hot 97, and I was during the broadcast.
Oh, okay.
He was like, they playing that over there?
I need to check him out.
And Swiss was on me because at the time, so Alicia Keys, he was dating Alicia Keys and nobody knew. I
Yep.
knew because he would call me and be like, yo, shout out A Keys. He would call me to shout out on the radio. It was her birthday. Yo, shout out A Keys, my boo.
Dope. That's what's up.
Right?
Yeah.
And he said to me one day, he was like, so Jay wants Venus versus Mars to be the next single,
Fire song.
right? Because Empire State was the first. He was like, my boo's on the first one, man. I need the second one. I need on to the next one to be the next single. Can you help me? I said, I need you to come to the live broadcast. I'm starting it Friday. So that's why he came the
on the
first
first
night
album.
and we made a movie. Then he brings Jay, smart,
Bigger movie.
on to the next one. Guess what the next single was?
Right.
On to the next one. You know,
That's crazy.
I got a million stories like that. We could be
That's,
here for
that's,
like,
that's beautiful to
So,
have.
so
though.
I got a follow up question. So after that, when you went back and they asked you how to go and who was the next one after that?
I think it was the next week was Jadakiss.
Okay.
And after that, it was just easy. And all the artists came for free.
But how what they say about Jay Show? Did they even know, or how did they
Well,
find
so-
out?
No, I mean, it was just word of mouth. Like,
Right.
everybody was like,
Right.
I remember the next day I was on the phone with Fab. And it was hard for me to get Fab on the phone at the time. Fab was a different type of human being, but he was just like, yo, I heard Jay came in last night and he had the Wrangler. And I was like, yeah. And I was on the phone. That was the longest I ever spoke to Fab in my life. It was for like an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? We was talking about music and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. After, I mean, we had I booked Wale before he was on MMG,
Okay.
and he had that song with
Lady Gaga?
With Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
So like he it's funny how sometimes people forget or remember. I ran into him years later. He was like, "Yo, I remember when you supported me when I had the Lady Gaga record. I'll never forget that."
That's what's up.
You know, I had T.O.K. reggae acts there. I had T.O.K. I had Serrani there.
Okay.
I had the Black Point. What they got the beat
Baby.
Dewsbury. I had them. I had Webstar. I had the Clips. Both of them.
Dope.
It was an amazing party, and that was just one building. Then I
Right.
moved it to a bigger building. I was only doing like 600 to 700 people in that building. The next building I was doing 1,000, 1,100 every Friday. I had Khaled there. I had Movado there. I had French Montana there. I had Olivia, Noriega, Busta Rhymes, Mano, Vado,
How long did this last for?
Ace Hood. That party was 4 years,
4 years?
Dope.
but it was on the radio for 2.
Okay.
But the party like existed in between.
I miss
without
those
the
live
radio.
broadcast parties.
Yeah, it was fun.
The
It
live
was fun.
broadcast
It was
parties.
actually like people didn't understand. Like I was actually the promoter and the DJ. My deal was incredible. You know, other people tried to do it and it didn't work. They didn't understand. They thought that the radio brought the crowd.
The crowd.
The radio does bring some people,
Right.
Yeah.
but it.
But your
doesn't-
energy.
Yeah, like
Yeah. You setting the tone.
doesn't
Yeah.
fill the room. So like I had to learn how to promote. You know, I learned how to promote before then, so I knew I could do it. But it was amazing, man. I had Miguel. I could keep going. I had a lot of artists in
Oh,
there.
in 4 years. I mean,
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a lot
shit.
of artists. I can't even count. Like some of them
52
were
a year.
and that was every
Yeah.
week.
every
All
That's
artists.
what I'm
Friday.
saying.
Every
52
Friday.
a week for 4 years.
No, the artists didn't come every Friday.
Okay.
But like I never wanted to be like always artists. I still believe in like if you're gonna do a weekly party, do artists for the first 3 weeks just to get it crazy.
Right.
This is my advice to promoters.
Right. And then after that,
Then on the 4th week, do ladies free all night.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like, you know, I want to take credit for something. I was me and two of my partners, we were the first people to like start booking vixens.
Okay.
Because this is when Tahiri
Mm-hmm.
was
Uh-huh.
like famous with Joe Buttons.
Right.
So we would like book Tahiri, Rosa Acosta, like girls like that, like when we didn't have like an artist. And we actually we took strippers and made them
Vixen.
bottle girls. And we made them all dressed in the same outfits. That's what everybody's doing now, right?
Yeah.
And we put them on the flyer. You know, so I'm like, man, if I
So
can't,
you can actually go to the club and see the girl on the flyer.
right? So
She's actually there.
Yeah. We always ask that question. Is she gonna be there? Yeah.
we would do that.
Right,
we would
right.
do that,
Dope.
man. Yeah. Jeremiah. Jeremiah was the first person to book Jeremiah in New York City. The first person to book Neo in New York City. I promoted, man. When I tell you I put my work in, man.
We know.
And
We
and
know.
I just recently just started promoting again.
Okay.
So it's been 10 years. I just started promoting again. So I have a party every Tuesday called Tuesday Detention, where all the bad kids party at. Yeah. In the city. It's a good vibe. I had
Is that open format?
yeah, pretty much open
much.
format. I just had Jossie there last Tuesday. She's the first artist on Love Records with Diddy.
Or did he?
Dope.
I had Diddy. Diddy called me on a Sunday, said, I want Tuesday Detention. I was like,
Write me a referral.
Because he had the song with Bryson Tiller.
Yeah.
Right.
He was like, I got the city back. He was like, I'm coming home. He was like in LA or whatever. He was like, I need a party. I wanted to feel like back in the day, like Cheetah Club. I was like, I got you. So in 2 days I put it together and it was amazing. You know, and the only reason why he knew about the party is because his son, King Combs, came to the first night, which was my birthday.
Okay.
You know, so it was just like, and I had a French Montana night also. I don't really want to do artist events.
Right.
I kind of want to just have people come have a good time. I feel like when people expect an artist, when the artist isn't there, then they don't come.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't.
And they're not performing, right? They're just coming.
They're just hosting.
Or hosting a
but-
party, right?
But when the vibe is the vibe, let me get that mic.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That happens. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Did Jay ever get the mic or no?
Jay never grabbed.
You got the mic.
Nah,
Jay's a
that's
different- Jay's a
that's
different guy,
That costs a
man.
lot of money.
Jay's a different guy.
yeah,
You
but
know?
circumstance that was going on.
Stuck in the
Stuff like
stuck
that.
in the moment, maybe
Yeah,
get
yeah.
feeling the vibe and the
Right,
energy,
right.
and,
Yeah,
and
man.
nah, still you got to pay for that, my guy.
You gotta pay for that. Makes him who he is, right? He's selective
Yeah.
on what,
Right,
what-
right.
what he does.
Was there any artists you break records? That's what we do for as DJs. But what was the one artist that is now up here who was nobody and Bobby was the one?
Man, I've helped a lot of people. I can't ever say breaking an artist. I want to give a clear definition of breaking an artist.
Please do.
It's because a lot of people don't understand or they use the term the wrong way. Oh, Bobby Trends broke my record last night. Why? Because I played it 1st? No, I played your record first. I didn't break your record. You still got a long way to go.
Yeah.
It's a collective thing. The only person that I can remember and speak about breaking records was Flex.
Yeah.
Right, into this, right.
To this
Because
day, yeah.
Flex, he's just
Bringing shit back for an hour long.
bombs, but he had
come
the
back.
tunnel, he had
right.
this, he had all this. Like,
Right,
so
right.
that's like he was a person that broke records.
Yeah.
You know, like, so for me, I want to say I was instrumental in helping breaking certain records and artists like Jim Jones,
Right.
Dipset. That was the first. That was
Right.
before I was on the radio, but because of the clubs that I was doing, they were influential, and I stepped outside the box and played songs that nobody heard before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Also, Flex was paying attention. I was
Right.
just like, "What is that? Let me get that."
Right.
Don't like when I will open that Cheetah for him. So check. I would play from 10 to 2, and couldn't play any of the new heat. And Flex would come in from 2 to 3 and play all the new fire,
Right.
and leave me the last hour with nothing. So I had to be creative.
Right.
opening, but on the end,
Extra creative.
I played whatever songs he didn't know was hot in the street yet.
Right.
And then he would tap me and shoulder and say, "Don't play that next week." And then he would play next week, and then on Monday he's dropping bombs, the biggest song in the club.
Right.
And I definitely was very instrumental on that. He speaks about it. Jim Jones actually said it in an interview with Flex. He said, "I don't know, where I'd be
Right.
without the help, And then Nicki Minaj, I helped, Deb, her old manager, Waka
Yep.
Flocka's
Waka
mother,
Flocka's moms, yeah.
was just on Matt Hoffa saying there was a party in New Jersey that changed Nicki's career. That was my party. When I called, I wanted Nicki, and I called my good friend Jay Grand over at RCA. He's RCA now. And I said, "How do I get Nicki?" He was like, "Minaj?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You know Deb?" I was like, "No, I don't know who that is." He's like, "That's Waka Flocka's mom." Manager. I was like, "What? That's weird." Like,
Right,
it
right,
sounded
right.
weird to me, right? I think she also managed Gucci
Gucci
Mane
Mane.
at the time.
Yeah.
So I called her office. They were like in the South somewhere. And I said, "Yeah, I want to book Nicki Minaj." She was like, "Why?" I was like, "Because she's fire. She's the next biggest thing." And she was like, "Nobody in New York calls for her. Why are you calling?"
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "I need her." "How much?" She was like, "You got her for free." He was like, "But you just got to pay for flights and for a glam squad." It was like $4K, something like that. So I hit Flex. I said, "Hey man, I need you for this college party I'm throwing in New Jersey. It's a big room, probably was like 3,000. With Nicki Minaj." He was like, "Who's that?" I was just like, "She's big." He was just like, I was like, "Flex, got an envelope for you. Boom.
Right.
Can you shout on the radio for me?"
Right.
He was like, "I got you." Boom. It's on YouTube. You can watch the video. I have no beard. I look like a fucking penguin. and me and Flex are both probably like 50 pounds heavier. And Nicki looked entirely different.
Right.
Than what she does
Yep.
now. And she packed the place out. She's signing titties. There's girls in there with pink. Fucking all the Barbs were there. Like Barbs before they were Barbs. It was
Barbs,
just
right,
crazy. She had
right.
Barbs from early.
Yeah.
And Flex was like, Monday night on that radio, he's going crazy. He was like, "Nicki Minaj," so I'd help in that. Myself and my brother Jeff the Don actually had big hands in creating the Panda record,
Depends on the record.
a
Okay.
Designer. Yeah. I think it just went like double. It's like, I know it went diamond.
It's double diamond.
Double diamond. That single.
Yeah, well, not double, 20 times diamond. No, it was 20 times platinum.
20 times platinum, double diamond.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
I remember going to Spain and seeing stickers everywhere in these posters.
We
I was like,
we definitely had hands in that, and that's a whole story in its own because there was a girl that worked at the radio station that she was like, I was her big bro, and she was just like, "Big bro, how do I become that bitch in Brooklyn?" Because she had just graduated college in Virginia, and then was intern at the station. And I was just like, "Well, first, like, you should start hanging out at all the Brooklyn clubs. Like, try to get like a hosting gig, bring your girls out. The promoters probably give you $100 in a bottle, whatever. Other than that, find out who the next Brooklyn artists are and bring them to me. I want to know like what you bringing." She brought me another artist that I was just like, "Yeah, it's okay." She brought me a couple of artists, a bunch of artists, and I was like,
Yeah.
right. Brought me an artist. I was like, "Yeah, he's okay, but who's the kid on the third verse?" And she was just like, "Oh, nah, he's 17-year-old kid. He's nobody. He sleeps on the couch in the studio." I was like, "Bring me him.
right.
Bring me him."
That's the one who's hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then and me and Jeff, we were on the same page, and I was just like, man, like we was just like, he sounds like Future, and I normally didn't like artists that sound
Sound
like
like somebody
other
else,
artists. I
right.
couldn't stand that shit. But so I guess I was intrigued, so I wanted to meet him, and I was just like, I met him. I'm like, this kid don't look like Future, but I wanted to see if he really sounded like that, and he did,
He did.
and he's designer.
Right.
So I'm just like, yo, he's a kid, like goofy kid.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Future is for the streets,
The
for
streets,
the hustlers.
Right.
This guy's for the kids.
It's
Let me see if we can like find some beats for him and figure out like if we could do different vibes because it's weird. He sounded
Right.
like Future too much.
right.
Tried everything, none of it worked. I'm like, nah, this is his vibe. So on YouTube, found the Panda beat. Found Timmy Turner,
Uh huh.
and it was, I forget the third song, but his 3 songs that mattered
Right.
Yeah.
were the ones that we picked.
Right.
And he actually he wrote the first verse, and I asked him, I said, "What the fuck is a panda?" And he was just like, "Oh, I went outside, man. I seen this car. It was black and white like a panda." I was like, "Oh
Okay.
shit!" And but it was just something like I don't know what it was, but like I've picked a lot of records in my life,
Right.
and something about it was just like
Right.
something about this record's gonna go.
Right.
And then he asked for permission to put my name, Flex's name, in the record in the second verse. So he did that. So if you listen again,
Yeah.
Right.
he says, "Bobby gonna trend it."
Right. Trend it.
You know, Flex drop a bomb or something.
Was he
said,
signed? You think I signed to Kanye afterwards?
Yeah.
He
They,
did, right?
that's
So-
when Kanye
so-
did the remix,
So
right?
so what actually happened was that he wanted me to. He was asking me to manage him,
Mhm.
and at the time I was going through some really personal, like, life-changing things. It was rough
Right.
for me, and out of having a good heart, I told him, I said, "I don't want to fuck up your career." I said, the girl that brought him to me,
Mhm.
I said, "Why don't you manage him?" And she was just like, "I don't know how to manage," and I was just like, "You're gonna learn."
Right. Right.
You know, so I actually got them like I put them with lawyers and
That's what's up.
everything, and
That's what's up.
and I was getting all the calls though. Like
Right.
the labels were calling me. I'm trying to give him 10 grand, but he doesn't want it. I'm like, nah, he's not gonna take your 10 grand, man. I was like, man, Kanye's looking for him, man. Like he needs to do better.
Right.
And then he got signed and was. I remember playing the record. I was the first person to play the record. I didn't break the record. I
Right,
played it, and I played it, and music director hit me. She's like, "Why you playing that whack shit on the radio? Get that shit off." And I was like, "I had no problem," you know. Yeah, it was. So it was.
You
it
played
was,
it again or no?
Yeah, complaining.
Keep on playing.
Yeah, I complaining. But you know, it's I learned a lot since then. Like, you know, this music industry is crazy.
Right.
You know, like, you know, when I tell people that, they're like, "Damn, you supposed to have millions." You know, I'm just like, you know, all money ain't good money,
Right.
right?
Right.
And
All fast money and good money. Yes.
right, and I was just like, man, like, you know, I did it out of the goodness of my heart. I was just like, I didn't want to fuck up his career.
Right.
That's worth something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if I don't know now what I know then what I know now,
Right.
I would at least took like I'm like, you know what? I'll put you to the
Percentage.
lawyer. I need this percentage.
Right.
I didn't know that because we picked the beat that we could actually be
Some
co-producers.
prices.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Couple
You know
years
what I'm
ago.
saying?
You
Like-
A&R'd it pretty
Yeah,
much.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So actually it's co-production. It's
Co-production.
co-production. Like
Mhm.
Okay.
you know, like so we
even
put,
if whatever, even if that same, you gave a producer a
Yeah.
little drum or a kick or anything.
Yeah. If you went in there and just
whole
changed the
producer,
kick,
yeah, that's it.
that's it.
yeah,
Done, you in
but
there.
I give Jeff the Don so much credit for that. You guys gotta meet Jeff one day. But
As your partner.
yeah, so that's why Shake the Block Music is here.
Okay.
You know, and he is a studio rat. Like when I tell you he's in the studio every day, like you know, he loves it. So we're working on some big projects.
Dope, dope.
Yeah, man.
Want to get to that sample thing?
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
You already explained the game?
I explained again, but I will explain,
Explain
it
again.
today on Respected DJs podcast.
Sample who?
Sample what? Sample who? All right, no. So basically, like I said, it's 4 samples we'll run through. Some DJs run through them pretty quick. We ain't gonna say no names, but Chubby Chub.
He called that shit whack.
He called it whack, but
Well, I
that's
need
all
to
right.
send him the damn sample
You gotta
tonight.
send him
Why?
a sample. But
Yeah.
anyway, so
This is gonna be tough for me. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm terrible. I'm still terrible at at names of
Artists, all the,
of
and you know the
records.
song, right.
But like I would have to open my computer and be
Right,
like,
right.
I think I know what that is. Hold on. I'll find it. But
so we'll play the original. You tell us who used the sample. You give a song name, or artist, and obviously some samples have been used multiple times. So what you pick, you know, we'll give you that one.
sounds like fun. Let's do it.
All right, let's go to the first one, yo.
Play a little bit longer. Okay, I'll get no more.
Copyrights, you know.
Right.
I used to play this in my opening set at Club Cheetah,
Oh, dope.
and I can't remember what the name is. Hold on.
You got it.
Damn,
You don't gotta remember who made or used it.
I can't remember the artist. It's just killing me. And I played this record.
Throwing Throwing in the towel. All right, that's it. Play it.
Woo! Damn. I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. I played the original a lot, and I played that song a lot, and I never put it together.
Together.
Damn, y'all got me on that one. That's crazy.
That's a good one. Let's go to the
Wow.
next one. Oh, stop that shit.
I don't know that one at all.
You don't know?
Which one is
All right,
that?
play the song. He gonna know it now.
Yeah.
They can get to anyone, anywhere.
Which Firm song is this? I don't even know this Firm song. Hold
It's on
on.
the album. Yeah, this is fire right here.
Put it in the middle somewhere. Pause.
You got
They
it.
play that
I'm
bass.
sure you heard this joint right here. You got to-
I remember this record, but it was one of the more
No,
popular.
it wasn't a popular thing, but it was actually one of those extra ones.
Yeah.
No, sometimes they released the album and then there was an extra record.
Yeah,
That wasn't really
Bonus.
the bonus record.
And Foxy had that mean flow, yo.
Mm.
Always. She has that. Well, I like to say like what I like about like Freeway and Petey Crack.
Yeah, the bravado.
And the bravado, and you feel like they coming through the, you know what I mean?
speakers, right.
You believed them when they spoke.
yeah, they put everything into the
Yeah,
music.
man.
You know, Foxy had that flow. All right, let's go number 3. Oh man, stop that shit right there.
You guys killed me today.
Oh my god.
Damn, I'm 0 for 3. What the
I'm gonna keep
fuck?
it a buck with you. He don't tell me the samples, so I'm sitting here with you trying to
No,
figure
but you
this
know
out.
why? You know why?
Good. I don't feel that bad.
But I know what that is.
Especially for this weekend, we had to do for 8 DJs,
Right.
4 samples for each DJ. So I'm like,
That's 32 samples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
then throw it then from my laptop to the machine. So now
Right.
I'm double time. That's 64 now. you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, and then playing it in my head, I was like, okay. But I never tell them what it is.
I don't know what that is.
He never told me what the fuck it is. Play the song. Yeah.
It has come to our attention that a mysterious force is loose somewhere in outer space.
The mysteries of creation are there.
Up in the sky?
Up in the sky.
The moon and the planets are there, and new hopes for knowledge and peace are there. And therefore, as we set sail, we ask God's blessing.
Yo, I didn't know it wasn't the beginning until the beat hit.
beat drop.
Shit.
Again, there's Gangstar and Inspector
Gangstar.
Deck.
Fire.
Was on that
The
one?
dick.
Yeah,
Fire.
I think so. Inspector Deck was on that record too.
Damn,
Above
man.
the Clouds.
I haven't heard that record in a long time.
Primo killed that beat
See?
like every other
I'm
beat.
sorry, Primo, I didn't get it.
Nah, it's okay because like I said, Chubby Chill said that shit was whack.
Said it's too easy. That's all y'all got for me.
He nailed all of them shits?
He missed one, but he fought us on it.
Before on it, and that's
Still
the,
fighting us.
And I played that one. Well, I remember what bank was it?
I don't
Remember
remember
the bank?
either.
No, don't worry about it.
All right, let's
But
go.
it was a-
You
it
know
was
what's
the,
crazy? I'm usually incredible at this. Like, y'all got me today.
All right,
if
let's go to the next joint.
Nah, B, what the fuck was that, man?
Yo,
Y'all play with me, man.
play
the
play
fuck
it, dog.
was that?
Play the sample again. Anybody knows it? Yeah, okay. Who said yeah? Okay. Craig, you know it?
Why you playing, man?
Stop.
Nah, I don't know
Why
that
you
one.
You
playing,
know that one?
man?
I don't know that one.
What the fuck is that?
Man, play that shit. Yo, DJ, play my shit.
Oh,
Damn.
shit. That shit
That's
sound mad. Wow.
Jay-Z. You know, we definitely
Yeah,
don't
we
want him.
don't
But
want-
what's
we
the
don't want-
sample?
Right in the beginning, play it again. That's Swiss. Y'all doing that crazy shit. Play it again. Sample.
But where's it from?
Oh, it's a arcade game.
That's an arcade game.
This
Swiss was on
some-
that arcade shit. Yeah, that's crazy.
When I first heard it, I was like, "Where's the fuck the sample?"
Where's it?
I kept on going.
Yeah,
kept on going.
I've never heard that.
I used to do mixtapes back then called Who Sample Who. So I used to always be in the sample and stuff like that. And I like old music. You know, that's
Damn. That's crazy. I love that.
so you can find
What,
the one
what video game is that? I need to know that.
I'll get you the information on that. Get me
That's not that. A lot of people don't know that one, man. They don't know that one.
beautiful. Okay. You know that? Stop it.
Play it again. Play it again.
Yo,
Better get
my ADD, man, y'all killing me.
All right.
I'm trying to think if it's the doom
Yeah.
or if it's not the
It's right here. No, that's not that. It's right here. This.
It's the doom.
1, 2. Right there.
Doom, the doom. Yeah. Boom.
Yeah. That's the broken
Smooth the
language.
Hustler.
Yep. He's,
He's like, yep.
I heard it. I
he
heard
said,
the doom.
that's not it. That's not it.
Yeah,
I
Chubb
said,
fought
yes,
us
it
on that.
is.
But
Chubb fought us
but
on
I
that.
knew it wasn't the.
No. Yeah. That one is like, again like the Jay-Z.
That was the closest I got.
right.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, that's the sample.
Yo,
Who?
man, am I so far have I been like the worst DJ
No,
in Pittsburgh?
No.
We had one DJ that did. He made us keep on continue doing. He like in 12 on one episode. The 12 samples.
We had one DJ that's just hardcore and some samples. And then
He actually went back home.
He went back home,
Watched
watched
every
watched the
episode.
old episodes just to guess the samples.
Gets all the samples and hit me back a couple days later. And said, "Yo, I watched every episode. You got me on
I'm
tune."
gonna tell you, I think why I'm not good at these is because I guess my era of DJing in the clubs, these weren't records that I played, right?
Okay.
So I'm better at the records that I play because I feel like I lived those records more. Where like I listened to those records,
Right.
like obviously that Broken Language is a big fucking record. Like
Yeah.
that was something that when I wasn't in the clubs,
Right.
I was a fan of,
Right.
but it wasn't something that I like. You live
got to
different
touch it.
when you're
Right. Yeah,
listening, being a fan and DJing
Right.
is two different types
Yeah,
of living.
I couldn't put
you
any
know what I'm saying?
dipset stuff because that shit's so simple.
Yeah, dipset,
You would have got
Because
those.
because shit's
yeah.
you could get right off the rip.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So I think that's pretty much why. But
There's some samples I can't even put them on the machine because you'll get it so quick. You know, and
nah,
some,
so you guys did a good job of fucking my whole shit up. That's crazy.
That's dope.
so that was sample who?
Yeah. So all right. So basically, this game right here is called Lyrically Correct. We have no ties to them. Black-owned company. We like supporting, small businesses and things like that.
Yep.
Also, it's a dope game. So basically, I'm gonna read a lyric to you. You got to finish the lyric.
Okay,
All right. So we're gonna pick some right here. Let's see how we go here.
it's gonna be fun
Let's see what we
because I'm
got.
actually more of a beat guy than a lyric guy, and I failed at the beats. So
Oh, man.
the fuck.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got.
But this is actually like something that's out.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So,
Yeah, it's
so
I
might-
got it for
so-
Christmas.
So it might be easier.
Yeah, I got it for Christmas.
Because
and
if you put that game on cards that you just did, it's not gonna sell because nobody's gonna win. Nobody's gonna win. Who's gonna win?
You don't think so? You don't think somebody's gonna get it?
You actually should put that together. I'm thinking about it.
I think that they already did it. We just talked about this a couple of days ago. Again, we support these black-owned business. We had nothing from them at all. But I think they just released it, and
Yeah, facts.
that's something that we need to look into.
Yeah, I think they really, but it's pretty dope because
Lyrically correct.
they it's all over the Instagram and stuff like that. Come on my feed. There are more features to it, like it comes with a timer, some challenge cards and things like
Right.
that. So you play as a team, one team against another. You know what I mean? So we ain't gonna put you under pressure with a timer right now. But all right, let's go with these right here. All right, so let's see what we got right here. All right, who does JADA got beef with?
Who does Jada
Got beef with?
beef with? Yeah, beef with 50.
No. So it's a lyrical.
Oh, it's a
It's a song.
Oh, my fault. Oh, that's the lyric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who does, and it's spelled out like that. Who does JADA got beef with?
Damn, I don't remember.
You don't know the
Shit, I remember-
feds.
I remember
the
the
feds and the
song.
DA.
The feds and the DA. Damn, man.
You know this.
You play that record?
I would have got it,
Yeah,
but
you
it
play
just
that
it
record,
would
right.
take me too long.
Yeah. So what about this? What could Lil Kim make disappear in her mouth?
Pause.
She probably performed it.
Yeah, that, the fucking, you know what I mean?
Sprite can.
Oh, it's a spray
It's a
can.
lyric.
Hey, what the Sprite can? Yeah.
And I toured with Kim.
That's why I
why he
pulled
said
that
it.
one. I pulled that joint. All right, here we go with this one. This one should be easy.
That's crazy.
This one.
I was just thinking about the
This one
spray
should be-
can.
It's like I want to see it. If you knucking and bucking, what you ready to do?
Knocking and bucking and ready to fight.
There you go.
See, that was easier for
You
me.
gotta sing it in your head, but yeah, it's a fun game, especially if you drinking liquor and you playing with family and things
I
like that.
got
So,
one. Look at that.
You got one.
That one.
Fact, so, all right, lyrically
That's
correct.
fire. I like that.
Dope little game, yo.
Just showing support.
I need to get. Where can I get that?
Amazon.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, they're all over.
Because it comes with
Amazon.
Let me take a picture of
More
it.
parts.
They got expansion packs too. You know what I mean?
This is the 90 and
That's
2000
fire.
hip hop, I think.
I definitely need this. Lyrically correct. I'm gonna post it on my gram. Very fire.
dope,
Yeah, man.
dope little game.
It's
Can
in
you
there.
name us in no order top 5 DJs back then and 5 top DJs now?
When I first got in?
Yeah.
Got in or before you got in? Just
Before I got in.
When you started DJing.
Top 5 DJs. I want to say was Flex, Kid Capri. Well, I want to say top. They were my favorites.
favorite, yeah. So your
Okay.
favorite 5.
My favorites were.
No, they always do the 5 Dead or Alive, the artists.
well, this is
doing
before.
DJs.
This is before I was DJing.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool.
So before I was when I became a fan
Mm-hmm.
of hip hop music, it was Flex, it was Kid Capri, it was Doo Wop, Scratch. For what was the 5th? Jam Master Jay.
Rest in peace, James J.
Dope.
Yeah, so it was 5. Red Alert. I keep going. My grandfather used to listen to Red Alert.
Red.
That's how I discovered hip hop radio.
Mm.
I was a little kid. I just heard him.
I did too. Red Alert, Chuck Chill Out, Marley Marl.
Yeah.
The Austin 2 was mine.
And now, my favorite DJs. Myself. I love Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Big Ben's fire, man.
Yeah.
One of my favorite DJs.
Yeah.
Big Ben. I'm gonna go with like up and coming, like Fast Life.
Okay.
He's on the team. It's not because he's on the team. It's the reason why he's on the team.
Right.
Because I'm a fan of Fast
He's from
Life.
Jersey too, right? He's from Jersey?
Yeah, he's from Jersey City. Fast Life. Big Ben, Bobby Trends. Flex still. Big Reef. Big Reef is also a Shake the Block DJ. He has a big R&B party. You guys gonna be here Wednesday?
Nah, really tomorrow.
Yeah.
He has the biggest R&B party. He has the biggest party in New York City on a Wednesday. One of the biggest parties in New York. It's an R&B party on Wednesday nights. It's called I Love R&B Wednesdays.
Dope.
It's unheard of to have 600 people in the club
On a Wednesday.
every week
On a Wednesday.
for a year on a Wednesday. And it's 90% R&B music. And it's 10% hip hop and dancehall. And the 90% of the hip hop is all like slow. I mean, of R&B is slow jams. So you got gangsters in here. You got
Like singing.
singing Jodeci to each other.
It's a good night.
But yeah, Big Reef's one of my favorite DJs. I know I'm forgetting a bunch of DJs, man. But those are the guys that come to my mind.
Okay.
You know. That,
Dope. All right, so let's say you was driving from Jersey to Florida to Orlando. What are 10 albums you need to listen to on your drive?
On my drive.
Doesn't
right
have to necessarily be hip hop. It could be any genre of music.
now.
Or mixtape.
Yeah.
I would listen to Nas Illmatic. I would listen to 36 Chambers. I would listen to the new Drake 21 Savage album.
Okay.
I would listen to. You said 5?
10.
10? Ooh, 10.
You're not even close to Florida yet.
Yeah.
You right. You right. That's 3. The new Lil Baby
Okay.
project. That's 4. Dirty Sprite 1, Dirty Sprite 2.
Okay.
That's 6. Ready to Die. 7. Reasonable Doubt. That's 8. There's some stuff in between that I'm forgetting. Donnell Jones,
Dope.
first album. Well, I don't know if it's his only album, but definitely his album is fire.
Yeah.
That was left field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that feel, but
Left
you're
field.
getting close to Florida, so you need to wake the fuck up now.
Donnell Jones. I'm actually thinking like I'm driving, like, damn, what am I
yeah,
listening to now? Like, it's just This doesn't mean every trip.
No.
That means if I'm leaving right now.
Right now,
Right
right
now,
now. That's
right
what
now.
you're feeling right
That's
now.
what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
feeling right now.
You can also pick a mixtape
Man,
because you can't. Remember, you have a CD change in the trunk. You can't change it right
You
now.
can't get
yeah,
out the way.
I would listen to damn, what's the name of the what was the name of the mixtape? Jim Jones had a mixtape with is when he presented Max B to the world. Damn, what's the name of that fucking mixtape? That shit was crazy, but it was fire. It was his. What was
Intro to
the Jim Jones with his team? It was with Stack.
Oh,
it was Stack
Purple
Bundles.
Haze.
Purple City.
Purple
No,
City.
no. This is when it wasn't Dipset. It's when Jim had his own team. He had Stack Bundles. He had Max
Oh,
B.
you don't. So when Killer Cam makes murder, so that Jim Jones has his own little thing on the side too.
Yeah, Jim had started his own. That mixtape was crazy. That mixtape's fire.
Dope.
There's a couple of mixtapes, man. Those Dedication 1, 2, and 3, Lil Wayne with Drama.
Right.
That shit was fire, man. So many mixtapes. Who Kid had a bunch of 50 Cent, like
Yeah, he was
all
on
of
fire. with
those-
those. I felt like he was dropping mixtapes weekly.
those first Dipset mixtapes too that K Slade was hosting. Those amazing, man. I still have those. I got all of those. Like I got them in my
Dope.
basement, man. Yeah, man.
What's let's go with 5 records right now that turn the club upside down that you have to play.
That I have to play 5 Lil Uzi Vert. I Want to Rock. Still Dreams and Nightmares,
Of course.
which is crazy. Still rocking. 5 that DJs have to play or 5 that I play.
That you
Nothing you play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy. I play Alicia Keys. No one. I
Dope.
played the acapella,
Right.
and people sing it, and then I bring in the John Legend Tonight underneath the last hook,
Last
and
hook.
then it goes right into the.
Okay.
So people go crazy.
Dope.
Creating his style.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
El Alfa, La Mama, de La Mama, de
Oh
La
my
Mama, de
gosh,
La
yeah.
Mama, de La
Yeah,
Mama.
yeah.
Well, that's not hip hop, right? So
Yeah,
you
no,
just-
it don't matter.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's 5 records. Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are records, man. I play pretty open format, man. When I play a lot of different music.
Dope.
Was you always an open format DJ, or you just
I want to say, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Like when I tell you, like I grew up listening to all types of music, man. Like from Spanish music to heavy metal to like hip hop to reggae music to house music.
Right.
All of those songs, man. So I can't wait to do a party where I can play all that shit together. There's like not too many places I could do that. I did it one time. It was a house party in Harlem in the Brownstone, and this club manager said, "Man, you don't know nothing about this, and this. You on Hot 97?" I'm just like, "What the fuck you talking about, man?" He was like, "All right, I'm gonna throw a house party this Sunday."
I think he got you to do the house party by telling you ain't know shit about the
Yeah,
music.
he definitely got me for free. I played for 5 hours,
Wow.
and I did not play one hip hop record.
Dope.
And it was an amazing time. I didn't crack the mic, nothing. That shit was fucking fire. So yeah, I love all music, man. I actually, people always frown like people like, you like country music? Yeah, that's weird, right? But I actually
we had
like.
this shit with Big Ben last night.
Big Ben, yeah, he gave us off rip. He didn't even waste. I was like, yo, what's the hottest country joint you could play in the club right now? What he said,
course
Body
he
Like a
knows.
Back
Right,
Road.
yeah.
Wow, no, Ben is different, man. That's
Yeah.
why I'm telling you, Ben.
He was
is
like,
my
yo,
favorite.
He's a different animal.
Yeah, he was like, he didn't
What?
even have to think. He was like, yo, Body Like a Back Road.
Body like
I
a
was
back
like,
road.
what?
Yeah, Ben is crazy.
Body Like a
man.
Back Road. You know what I mean? But I don't remember the artist, but I remember the name. That's a
He's
good name.
crazy. He's crazy. There's another. Right now, Ice Spice got a big record.
That Boy Elia joint.
She in the mood. She in
Oh,
the
oh,
mood.
yeah, she in the mood. Yeah.
That's big. The ladies are winning right now. You got Glorilla.
Yeah.
Shit.
Cardi still.
Cardi's still big. Like
Megan,
Megan.
Megan. You got a lot of
a
big.
lot of big females.
Yeah, even Coyle Ray got a song out right
Coi
now.
Leray,
With,
right.
DJ Sage did the remix.
Yeah, the remix joint.
with the Buster beat
The
under
Buster,
it.
yeah.
The women are winning right
They winning.
now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what's
So,
up.
yeah, man.
Definitely nice little shift and the culture. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
What you got? You got?
I don't got much. What you got?
You want to do the bottle girl joint?
Let's do the bottle girl.
We know we already know how. You know what I mean?
Let's do the bag first.
What?
The bag? Oh, yeah,
Let's do
yeah.
the
Let's
bag.
do the
Let's do the
bag.
bag
Let's do the
first.
bag. Let's do the bag. So, all right, let's say same night you get called, right, for 3 different events, parties, whatever. You get in the same bag
Mm-hmm.
for all 3 of them. Club, house party, or a corporate event.
Same
Wh-
bag.
Which one
Same
you going
bag.
to pick?
House party.
House party? Why?
Mhm.
Why would you pick the house party?
It's one, people, it's the shock factor. People gonna
Okay.
be like, how'd you get Bobby Trends to the house party? Those people will never forget that I was there. In the corporate event, they're gonna be like, they probably don't even be paying attention.
Yeah.
They're gonna be sitting there talking business, having their drinks. Club, I'm in the club every night. You know what I'm saying? Like
House
And-
party's different. So.
house party, man, listen, man. House party, those people will never forget. Like, to me, like, people around me will ask me, like, man, why are you doing that party over there in that spot? I'm just like, because they're never gonna forget me. I go to, like, I'll do a hole in the wall, like, in the hood, like,
Mhm.
that no big DJs have ever been to. I'm like, man, nah, they called, they got the bag, I'm going.
Yeah.
And people will never, that whole neighborhood will talk about you.
Well, that and even if it was 50 to 100 people, you got 50 to 100 new fans.
Exactly.
And then they gonna get,
Exactly.
you know, they gonna tell at least 10 people.
Some people might say corporate because you're gonna get more corporate gigs.
Right,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get corporate gigs anyway.
right, right.
But I'd rather touch the people, man. That's when you asked me why I started this,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was, that answer was, I mean, it was touching women,
Right,
but
right.
it was, I mean, respectfully.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I just really wanted to touch the people. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right,
Like,
right.
yeah, man.
We're talking about touching women.
Speaking about touching women, I heard bottle girls.
As
something
we-
about-
Bottle girls-
Oh my god.
Bottle girls, bartenders, or groupie. Do we have hookah girls in there? Nah, right?
Hookah girls, because they knew right now.
They knew now, but
In order of importance.
Importance
for you. For you.
For me,
To the nightlife.
so you said
bartender,
bartender,
bottle girl,
bottle girl,
groupie,
groupie,
or the hookah girl.
hookah girl. In order of importance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to you.
To you.
It's not a trick
You
question.
can take it 2 ways.
You say two ways.
groupies last. Absolutely last. I guess then bartender, then what was it? You said
Bottle girl.
Bottle girl.
Bottle girl, and what was
Or
the
hookah
other
girl.
one? Hookah girl, then bottle girl.
Bottle girl number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause they really,
You
I
wanna
mean,
know
I'm
why?
just trying to. Huh?
But I mean, I don't want people to confuse why I'm saying
No,
this.
no.
Should we give an explanation?
Hey,
Or-
why?
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
absolutely.
yeah.
Get for free.
Okay. I feel like bottle girls. I look at it as a business,
Mhm.
in a business aspect,
Mhm.
because the one, I said it earlier, we have all become the promoters.
Right.
The bottle girl most of the time has the most followers out of all those people. You know, so if she's putting my flyer on her page, more than likely I'm going to get more followers from her page than
Right.
somebody else's page. And she's more of the, I guess, influencer out of all of them. You know what I'm saying? Hookah girl usually graduates to the bottle girl.
Right,
So that's why she's second.
right.
Bartender, she's a bartender for a reason. Like, she might not ever become a bottle girl.
Right.
Or she might. I feel like hookah girl is closer to the bottle girl.
bottle
'cause
girl than she is.
she's on the floor.
Right,
Yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
they're hiding the bartender.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying? And the bartender is really just tending bar. She's not talking to anybody else.
right.
You know? And then the groupie for what?
Fan base.
They bring people to the club.
But you talking about a fan or a groupie? There's two different things.
No,
No, a
because
groupie
that
give-
groupie could be your fan.
Fan.
Could be your biggest fan.
I mean,
The biggest fan. And then
groupies are the biggest
club,
fans.
That's
The
what
next
I'm
But,
club,
but
you got 5 more friends
so
coming.
fans are fans, man. Like, I'm spoken for. So,
Right.
so the,
No. I mean, this is way
No,
back.
this is way
this-
back.
this-
Yeah,
go
we-
back
No,
to
for,
time.
what you said for me. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
But
what we
like,
mean. We don't mean like
Like right now.
right
yeah.
now.
God,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm interested to see who said groupies and why.
I can't remember right now. We've been saying that question 27
so many
times.
Yeah, it's just, you know what I mean? Like somebody definitely
Somebody
has.
The
I'm
group,
not- I'm not-
I mean, now,
somebody
now
has-
that I'm thinking about it,
Before social media, there was
That was the
DJ.
social media.
That was social media.
Groupies.
Your groupie was social media.
Somebody has, but yo, I'm not gonna say no names.
well, not if you put it that way, the groupie probably would be the biggest fan out of all of those that you mentioned.
Right.
So she's if you're talking about
She was
like,
your fly. She was a girl saying, "Yo, I went to this party. So and so."
she'd probably support the most out of everybody, right?
Right.
In all aspects.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And she'll bring 5 of her girls.
Yeah.
Then a month later, she ain't part of your team no more. She got somebody else. Then
Yeah,
it
it's just
keeps
a
on
rotation, the rotation.
Well, you know, for me, man, like I said, I started promoting again. So I have women that bring other women out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't consider them groupies. I
Right,
just
right,
consider them like fans or like just they
Supporters.
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 Yeah,
supporters. Yeah, supporters.
Maybe groupies.
You know, they got
groupies. A
what,
bad word.
what was the name?
Groupie's a bad word.
What was the name we heard
Such a
earlier?
bad
The
word,
male
man.
groupie. What's it
Chubby
called?
Chub.
No,
Chubby
the
Chub
male
called
groupie.
him.
You said
I
a
know,
male
but-
groupie?
Yeah, he
what's,
he's a moopie.
A
Moopie.
moopie.
A moopie.
Yo,
Because he said the
moop-
male groupies.
Moopies are the worst.
That's exactly what
That's
Chubb
what he
said.
said. Yeah.
That the
Moopies
moopies.
are the worst, man. They're more aggressive than the women.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
They're just like, yo, man, yo, you don't even know, bro. Blah, blah, blah. They just be right here in your ear, spitting alcohol, all that. It's just like, come on, man, like, stop. It's, just
Told you I'm next.
it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's
I
a
can
lot.
rap and I can DJ.
But shout out to the male fans. There's
Yes.
great male fans out there,
Right.
man.
They buy bottles, right?
Yes.
So
But the moopies,
the
no
moopies,
good.
yeah.
No bueno.
So, any final words to our listeners and viewers?
Man, one, I appreciate you guys.
I appreciate you.
I think this is a great thing you guys are doing. I wish you the best.
Appreciate that.
I know it's gonna grow. You know, DJs are important.
Absolutely.
I'm very grateful and happy that you guys are doing this, man. For the culture. You know what I'm saying? For the DJs, for this part of the culture especially. At DJ Bobby Trends on all social media platforms. Hot 97 every weekend, Fridays and Saturdays. Watch out for Shake the Block music. When it comes, it's gonna smack you.
Hey,
I'm
yo.
gonna shake the shit out of
It's
you.
gonna shake the shit out of you, man. Like I'm trying to tell you. If you want to get your clothes washed, you can go to Supreme Clean laundromats.
Okay, that's what's up.
Also, shout out to my Shake the Block DJs.
Yeah, of course.
They're all rising, so watch out for all of them.
Yeah.
And I think that's it, man.
What's up?
And just good luck to all of. I know there's a lot of DJs that are also gonna watch this, and I hope that you got something from it.
That's what it's all about.
And I
I'm
want
sure
you
they will because we did. You know what I mean? So,
now go use it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and,
go use it.
and grow and be big.
right.
Shake the fucking block.
Shake the fucking block. Don't
Block.
forget, the podcast editions are coming out soon.
Shaking the podcast.
We're gonna get the drop some way, somehow. We're gonna get
Hey,
the
man.
drop. You know what I mean? Might not be right now, but we're gonna get the drop. You know what I mean? So, we like to salute you, Bobby Trends, for sharing his stories with us on Respect the DJs podcast. Many thanks to you, our loyal listeners and viewers. And as always, we have another exciting episode coming up. Stay tuned in. And until then, I've been your host, DJ Khaled, alongside DJ Junebug for Respect the DJs podcast.
And we are out. Peace, motherfucker. Shake the motherfucking block.
Block, block, block. Bow.
Street Dreams Music Group. Play that. Play that.
In the world of DJs, there are those who rise to the top through sheer talent, relentless passion, and an unwavering commitment to the craft. DJ K-Slay is undeniably one of those exceptional individuals who has left a mark on the music industry. With an illustrious career spanning decades, K-Slay has cemented his status as a true pioneer and master of the turntables. From the streets of New York City to international stages, DJ K-Slay consistently captivated audiences with his dynamic skills and unparalleled ability to curate unforgettable experiences through music. His relentless dedication to promoting hip-hop culture and showcasing the best talent in the game has earned him the respect and admiration of both fans and fellow artists alike. K-Slay's mixtapes have become legendary, serving as a platform for emerging artists to shine and helping to shape the future of the genre. Whether he was spinning records, hosting his iconic radio show, or organizing epic ciphers, DJ K-Slay impact on the DJing world is undeniable. His contributions have paved the way for countless aspiring DJs, leaving an enduring legacy that will continue to inspire generations to come. DJ K-Slay, your artistry and commitment have forever changed the landscape of DJing. Unfortunately, K-Slay passed away at the age of 55 years young. K-Slay, you are missed. DJ K-Slay, Respect the DJs podcast, salutes you.